right up. Lights on, mics hot. Where outlaws talk loud and kings don't whisper. Welcome to Cowboys and Kings. Yeah. Cowboys and Kings. Yeah. Boots on the floor. Yeah, we're kicking it live. Crown in the room, you can feel that vibe. From the panels to the pixels, every story gets told. If it's hot in the culture, then we breaking the mold. From the cinema to the comic books, we put the games on blast. The beats will get wild, yeah, they never go past. We call it how it is, no in between. Turn it up, let the speakers swing. Got the crew pulling up, let them all step in. Every guest got a voice, the comments in chat will fly. Step up and be a king. When the mics go live, hear the Cowboys sing. Cowboys and Kings. Yeah, we run this show from the page to the stage to the screens, you know. Hot takes it with a rebel swing. It's a Cowboys grit and a King's gold ring. Cowboys and Kings. Let the whole world hear as we break it all down, keeping it loud and clear. Bring more than talk when y'all step in the ring. When you come to the battle royale, you better bring your thing. Welcome to the show, Cowboys and Kings. Yeah, KingStyle, clean with the sharp cut look. The feline of finesse, the Jaguar dripping luxury, bow tie tight like a best-selling book. Calm in the storm, buddy, bring that fire. Every word hits clean. You know we gonna take it higher, gather y'all to the King's Court, yeah, with stories untold. Grab your armor, grip your sword, represent the kingdom with pride. CowboyDan got that outlaw tone, rough edge truth and a voice well known. He's a head trapped in the jar, jokes and memes will set you free. Bruh, that perspective hit differently. The saloon serves them hard, the door swings wide. Outlaw scream, a six-gun dreamer. Saddle up, let's ride. Laughs get loud and the takes get bold. Hard truths get dropped, some myths get sold. Spin that topic, let opinions clash. Some burn slow, some strike like a match. No script needed when the sparks ignite. Just real talk living in the spotlight. Cowboys and Kings. Yeah, we run this show from the page to the stage to the screens, you know. Hot takes hit with a rebel swing. It's a Cowboys grit and a King's gold ring. Cowboys and Kings. Let the whole world hear. We break it all down, keeping it loud and clear. Bring more than talk when y'all step in the ring. When you come to the battle royale, you better bring your thing. Welcome to the show, Cowboys and Kings. Lights get low, but the combo stays bright. Every fandom got a reason to fight. Heroes, villains, lines get thin. Sometimes the truth is where the gray walks in. Yeah. Panel to panel, yeah, we flip that page. From retro classics to the modern age. Reboots, remakes, who got it right? Who dropped the ball in that box? Office fight, bruh. We call it straight, no filter here. From low budget gems to the blockbuster tier. One got the crown, one breaking the rules. Both dropping gems while we schooling fools. From comics to streams, yeah, we cover the field. Every hot take sharp like a blade unsealed. I guess step up to the mic to bring heat, to bring flames. They tell you a story when they step in the frame. Cowboys and Kings. Yeah, we run this show from the page to the stage to the screens, you know. Hot takes hit with a rebel swing. Under a Cowboys hat and a King's jewel crown, we gonna run this town. Cowboys and Kings. Yeah, we run this show from the page to the stage to the screens, you know. Hot takes hit with a rebel swing. It's a Cowboys grit and a King's gold ring. Cowboys and Kings. Pull up a seat, join the conversation. Next round's on us. Cowboys and Kings.
Hey, howdy, hey, boys and girls. I accidentally hit that button just a second too soon. I'm KJCowboyDan. I'm here with my boy KingStyle and also the one, the only, artist formerly known as Moonlit Echo. I always don't call you the right name. So how's everybody doing tonight? Looks like King's got a little circle on his face. We'll go to oh, he's bounced out. Hey, so we're gonna just stick around until he pops back in. How you doing?
Doing all right. Trying to grow a mustache because I was told that I wasn't looking masculine enough. But it seems it doesn't stick to my face, so I got to hold it there.
growing a mustache off stream. Oh, um, uh, I guess we can recommend some. I don't know. We can recommend some. I don't know. I guess Nair is the stuff that gets rid of mustaches for women. What's the opposite of that? King's computer just did a thing, so he'll be right back. Let's check out chat real quick. We got Captain Garatina hanging out on the YouTube side. How you doing, Mon Capitan? I'm going to be hanging out with Captain Garatina tomorrow for a little bit of He-Man action. We're going to be talking about He-Man over on his channel. While we're waiting for everybody, so there we go. There's a nice big old mustache. It just grew like 4 times the size.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, while we're waiting for King to reboot and everything. So, what do you got going on in your side of the world? Where can we find you?
Well, you can find me at the usual Starbucks if I'm there. Sometimes I'm not. Most times I'm not. Actually, I don't leave. I'm trapped. Don't help. I'm exactly where I don't want to be. But I don't really have any plans except for in September, about 2 months from now. I plan to be live for actually maybe every single day except for September 15th, because then I'm going to be celebrating somebody's birthday.
I tell you what, I've been going live every day this month, and it has turned into a. I've been here every day. It's turned into a slog. Trying to figure out like what I'm going to do for content, what I'm going to do, play some video games, and like then King and I have been like trying to rock out every day, and we got our show today. I just want to say hello to Bo, who's hanging out with us over on the YouTube side. Bo, how you doing? Now, for those people who don't know Bo, he's Bo, the PFP guy, and this guy's putting out some awesome art. If you're interested in like meeting up with somebody in the community that puts out some pretty good art, he's very good at keeping track of. Sorry, I just got something in my throat.
Hey, yo.
Oh man, those flies are protein, but they'll stick there. So meet up with Bo. He puts out some pretty good art over there on the YouTube side, and he is one of my featured artists. He made this banger of a hit right here.
Wow.
Yeah, he's pretty much found me in prison. Yeah, made this banger of a hit. Plus, also the poster that is in today's thumbnail he created. On top of some many other bangers that we got going on over on his end, he's put together like everybody in our community. He's made some awesome versions of everybody's profile pictures. The guy is a poet when it comes to prompting. I have a hard time getting things to work out when it comes to the prompting, but this man, it's poetry in action. And so, and looks like you're trying to sleep through the night there.
I was carving the name into my head for a second there. I had to cover my eyes. It's a very brutal process.
Oh yeah. So, if you get a chance, make sure you go find Bo over on the Twitters, the X. We enjoy his art. I currently I've been rotating some of the stuff he has made into my profile picture, and one right after another, banger after banger. I'm gonna create like an animation of all the arts that he's made of my profile picture, and see what comes out of it. He's got a new pop culture theme every day. He did a like a 1980s one a few days ago. Gave me like the best mullet. Gave my head in a jar like an insane flowing mullet. It was great. Go, you guys got to check this stuff out that he's making over there on the Twitter. Um, we're waiting for King to bounce back. He had to reboot his computer, so he'll be back in just a minute. In the meantime, while we're doing that, we'll do some of the stuff that we usually do at the end of the show, and we're gonna ask a few people if you want to support the channel, you like what we're doing, and you're over there on the Twitter side. You can always click. Let me remove chat here real quick. You can always click on the QR code right here. This will bring you to our Twitter donation page using X Money, Twitter Money. Twitter Cash, and you can donate to the channel. Any donation helps keep away a watermark, so that way we don't have a big old watermark that says "Dude didn't pay for stage." Uh, it's always fun, always dandy when people help support the channel. And you're back, King. Ooh,
Hey,
hey. So, King, how's it going over there? Did we work out all the bugs? Oh, he'll let us know when all the bugs are worked out. All right. So yeah, we're so any donation that you can get helps support the channel. It helps move us forward. And we are kind of hoping that we can prevent having watermark. So yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Thank God. Holy shit.
And hanging out over on the Twitch side of the chat, we got the darkest shade.
Yep. There's my mod right there.
Your mod? Oh, right on. You got
Yeah.
mods?
Yeah, I have one mod. Because this guy I went to high school for 4 years with, and he was like, you know what? I see your tism. I respect it. You're keeping me around. I was like, okay.
Hello. You know, you're lucky you got mods. We got just a bunch of wild friends who will say
It's the Wild
inappropriate
Wild
things.
West, man.
Yeah, it is the Wild Wild West. Our friends will just say things inappropriate. Trust me. Check out episode 3 of our show.
Writing that down.
So we're talking about overrated and underrated movies. So think about chat if you have any ideas for some movies that are underrated and overrated, and maybe some movies that people said were overrated, but you really felt like deserve a little bit more love. We're going to talk about those movies today. Historically, they could be newer, they can be older, whatever movie you want. But I have up in my list, we're going to start with The Princess Bride. Now, everybody remembers that movie. It's a classic. Personally, Fred Savage, loved his character in it. We also had the actor who played Columbo. We
also had Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
He talked like, do you want a peanut?
we indeed had Andre the Giant. That's the reason why I wanted to start with this one, is because the last episode we talked about wrestlers and other sports stars and movies, and we didn't get a chance to talk about Andre.
No, we didn't. The ninth wonder of the world. No, eighth wonder of the world. My bad. Eighth wonder of the world. The guy had big hands. So huge that he makes a regular bottle look like those mini beer bottles, those glass beer bottles. He makes them look tiny, like the tiny ones. That's how big his hands were.
Hey, you seen The Princess Bride, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
That was a good movie, for what
I know,
it was.
I know. Me and you've seen it. I just don't know who else has seen it. I'm pretty sure a couple other people here, and you've seen it too, right?
Yeah. Surprisingly, with a few movies I've watched, it's actually one of my favorites. Actually, maybe my favorite.
I liked the storyline. One of my favorite characters. For some reason, everybody's favorite character is always I am in Teo Montoya, you killed my father, prepare to die.
Okay.
That's not my favorite character, believe it or not. My favorite character is what's his name? The actor who was in Clueless. He was in several other things. That's inconceivable.
Oh,
He's one of my favorite characters. Short-lived. They kill him off, but in a fun way.
I like how the way he lands though reminds me of whenever a mole rat is pretending to be dead.
Oh yeah.
Also,
We got
look,
Mr. DJ Longhair in the chat. DJ, today we're talking about underrated and overrated movies.
I liked the Princess Bride, but here's the question: just because we like something, we could be objective about it, right? Do you think it's overrated or
I
underrated or even
really liked
rated?
it.
Yeah, I liked it too, but I'm just saying, like the hype. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you watch a movie, uh, people can overhype or underhype it, and it can really mess with your mind a little bit with the rose tinted glasses. I like the film for what it is. You know, I will say this though, I would say it's it deserves to be rated. Um, Unlike Radio, the movie, that movie's overrated
Right.
because
So what do you think? You think it's overrated, Princess Bride, or?
No, I think it's underrated because and if you look at behind the scenes stuff like how actors got hurt and all that stuff, I don't think it's overrated. It's a little bit of a it has a little bit of that romance vibe to it, but that's to be expected back then when you wanted to bring women to the theater, right?
What about you?
They
What do you
had some
feel about
action
it?
in there. It's a mixed thing. I liked it, so I would say it's a rated slash underrated. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I interrupted you, Dan.
No, I'm sitting here pointing at my screen. Nobody can see me pointing at my screen from my end. I'm trying to like get my head to go point with
Go
my
for
head
it,
because I have no
Menard Fell.
hands.
Go for it, Menard Fell. Go for it.
So, Lunar,
Go for it.
what do you think? He's pointing at you. He's saying your turn. He's pointing at your mod is telling you it's your turn to. What do you feel?
Sorry,
Do you feel like the Princess Bride was overrated or
sorry, I
underrated?
saw the pointer finger and I thought of those Uncle Sam posters. We want you. but I kind of feel like it was a bit underrated because going off of what King was saying, how the actors are going hurt. I believe Andre talked about it in an interview, how pretty much every day was excruciating. They had to have a bunch of cables set up just so he could do the scene where he's catching her jumping from the window. And
great scene.
Like, and I am kind of a bit into the stereotype of really liking the sword fighting scene.
I do like the swashbuckling stuff as well in that movie. Like, there's something about to quote Fred Savage, you want a little swashbuckling. He wanted a little action. He didn't want just the girl kissy part. I'm glad that we have your mod with us because he can point at you when it's your turn to talk. DJ Longhair says it's great. The Princess Bride had everything. Joked about it too because the need of the sappy romance and everything. That whole situation with Fred Savage going, it's another sappy girl story, but it really wasn't. It had there was
it
a
had
time.
elements. It had elements of it for obvious reasons because you wanted to bring women to watch the movie on a date night. But it had action in it too. Like it was an adventure story. Like people forget that. It's like sword fighting. You had like legit like it was like the Middle Ages storyline slash medieval storyline. Like you had Andre the Giant, a big brute of a man like that in
Right.
there. Like
And
yeah.
Mandy Patinkin playing Inigo Montoya, you killed my father, prepare to die. And then he's got a storyline all of his own. He's looking for the four-fingered man. I mean,
The four-fingered man.
I
Yeah.
mean, he's got his own storyline, I mean, everybody in that movie does. Even Andre the Giant's character has his own storyline, and that's one thing I like about that movie. Theta of Nerd Archaeology joins us in chat. Says, I love The Princess Bride so much that even if it's a kissing book, yes. Is this a kissing book? That fight scene on the cliff is still one of the best fight scenes I've ever seen. Agreed.
Yeah, it was really memorable. I agree with you there, Theta.
Yeah. So like there was a time I thought it was overrated. But that was when my sister was watching it. Oh, Six-Fingered Man. Sorry, thank you for the correction. The Six-Fingered Man. I
But
got
you
it.
know what it is though. Sometimes when you're watching a movie years later, your perspective changes. Sometimes you think it's overrated. Sometimes it's underrated, or you just think it's just rated.
Well, my
That
sister used to
happens.
watch that movie all the time when we were young.
Well,
So
that's
it's like
probably
it's like
it's probably because you thought it was a chick flick. That's why you were like, "Oh my god, can you watch anything else but The Princess Bride, please?"
oh,
That's probably why your mind's like, "Oh my god, can she
I liked
watch
it
something else?"
liked it for several reasons. The characters were great, especially now, and I respect it more after Andre the Giant passed away,
Yeah,
and
and people getting hurt on set. Like, dude, this is like how the Power Rangers were in the American TV show. How they legit got hurt. You gotta respect the craft, man. You gotta, because that's not easy. And people think that I don't remember, but like, remember when he got knocked out with the sword, or the
yeah,
tip of the sword, dude. People thought that he was pretending. No, he got hurt for real. Like legit, he got knocked out cold, and they had to take him to the hospital.
so there was multiple injuries on the set there. So that was the pirate played by Kerry Ellis. He broke his big toe riding Andre the Giant. Apparently, Andre the Giant had an ATV that for getting around because
Yeah,
his
he had
whole
to. His body was damaged at that point because of his
yeah
gigantoism. His bones were literally like it literally was destroying his body. Like
yeah
he couldn't move it, dude. He had to drink a lot and do like narcotics and stuff just to keep himself awake, like to
yeah.
do stuff if he had to get paid for a job. Like it was not easy for him.
And as you said, Christopher Guest got knocked out during the sword fight. So much, in fact, that it caused a concussion. Um, Man, there's so many movies we've been talking about lately. There's injuries on set.
Yeah, and it's like people think because it's a movie, it's not real. No, yeah, it's a story, but like just like pro wrestling, they have to actually physically do the stunts. This isn't like green screen CGI animation where they were deep faking, where they can just pretend that this is all simulated. No, they had to do it for real to make it look good on camera. You gotta
So,
respect that.
so while we had a broken toe, we had a concussion, we got knocked out, we had bruised ribs. Mandy Patinkin in that movie did not get hurt during his fight sequences, but instead he injured himself by laughing so hard. While filming the Miracle Max scene with Billy Crystal, Patinkin straightened and bruised his ribs trying to suppress his laughter off camera because apparently Billy Crystal was so hilarious.
Oh my
Bruised
god, that's
ribs.
hilarious. You know, another
Yeah.
thing happened. You know, Johnny Knoxville from Jackass. You know, he wears glasses now because the doctor told him not to laugh because he had an eye injury, and the doctor told him, "Look, this will heal as long as you don't laugh. And he started laughing for random. I'm not even making this shit up. He literally destroyed his vision of his eyes permanently because he was basting laughing consistently when the doctor told him not to. So that's why he wears glasses now. Like, I can't believe that's real, but it is. It really is. He destroyed his vision by laughing.
The darkest shade says he went out with a laugh. Oh wow!
Also Charlie Sheen busted a muscle. He pulled a muscle, or he almost injured his rib laughing at a Dave Chappelle joke. So yeah, if we're gonna go with the theme of like hurting yourself laughing or suppressing yourself to laugh, this is a real thing.
It's very common to hurt yourself laughing. You know, so much in fact that it's like not only is it a standard meme that goes across, but like uh the old Disney movies always like had you laughing to death. You know, they always say you laugh yourself a split rib and whatnot. You know, it's an old meme. I mean, pretty much I'm afraid to laugh sometimes. You know, you know, you can pretty much pull give yourself a cramp in the stomach from laughing too hard. So yeah, I get that.
Yeah, but I would rather be laughing than be like in excruciating pain. You know what I mean? Like laughter is like the best cure for medicine. And unless it's like the opposite of that, where it's like, no, it's a curse. You can't be laughing. It's hurting your body. Like unless it's something like that, and I'd like to laugh a lot.
You know, in medieval times, there was actually a laughing curse. One village laughed themselves, the entire village, to death.
Could that been could the reason why they died from that is because they had like I don't know, maybe it was like a brain injury or something, like a stroke, like the symptoms was the laughing, the laughing part. Like you can't control your laughter because of like the stroke, because sometimes when you get a stroke or you have like you have like Bell's palsy or those types of
Well,
paralyzing deficiencies, it could affect you in different ways. You could cry a lot, you could just be blabbering. That happened to Ron Paul recently. You know that he got a stroke, and he was like blabbering, and then they had to cut away from him because he got a stroke during an interview.
well,
So
there was a situation where there was a fatal brain disease in Papua New Guinea, and a whole village died. And then there was also a Tanganyika in 1962 had a laughing epidemic in 1962 as well, where the outbreak began with in an all-girl school and spread to other communities, and people were laughing themselves to death, and they called it the Laughing Death. Also, there was the Kuru incident that had also a rare brain disease that was caused by infectious proteins that cause people to die from laughing. So you know, I mean, it is a thing. Wild.
yep, having a brain injury slash a stroke could probably kill you with laughter. You know, that's a real thing.
It's contagious.
Yep. Yep.
Um, so I have a list of movies that people thought were overhyped, particularly movies that I thought were overhyped, and some people thought were very good movies, but they were only good because of the actors that were in them. And the first movie is La La Land. Anybody remember that one, La La Land? It
Yeah,
was
the one with Emma Stone, right?
yeah.
And Which by the way, I like Emma Stone. You know what I mean? I know some people don't like her as an actress, but I like her because she kind of comes off as like a real person and not like the fake act. Because when they asked her in an interview, she wanted to go by Emily Stone because that's her real name, right? But
Right.
somebody else another actress was already called Emily Stone in the Screen Actors Guild, right? So she
Right.
couldn't go by that. And she's and the interviewer's like, so if a fan approached you and called you Emily on the street, would you have a problem with that? He's like, no, I actually would like you to call me Emily.
Yeah,
So that's cool.
unfortunately,
Like that's cool. I like that.
yeah, unfortunately, with the Screen Actors Guild, you get a lot of those situations where they're not allowed to use the same name because somebody else has registered the screen name. It's kind of like clown makeup,
Well, Michael
really.
Keaton had the same problem too. His real name is Michael Douglas. There was another guy named Michael Douglas, the Wall Street guy, Ant-Man
Oh,
himself, right? The
yeah,
OG Michael Douglas. So there
yeah.
were two Michael Douglases. He couldn't call himself that, so he went by Michael Keaton.
So, did you see La La Land?
I did. I didn't particularly care about it.
What about you?
I'm afraid I have not.
You have not. All right. Well, La
It
La
was
Land.
It was a musical. It was a musical
If you
romance,
like
right?
musicals, it was okay. You know, Emma Stone, as we were saying, also Ryan Gosling. Um, you know, it was all right for a musical. Soundtrack was better than the movie itself.
I will say that the choreography, they did what they could with that. You know, like I'm not going to say the actors didn't try their best, but it's not my particular movie.
One of
You
the
know,
things that they did with a few of the musical sequences is that they had one cut music, like no cuts through the entire thing. It was beginning to the end, and like in some of the musical sequences, and you had J.K. Simmons in it. That was for me the best part of the movie. You had a star-studded cast. The music was good. I just felt like this one was a good movie, but overrated in my opinion. Anybody in chat, have you seen La La Land? If you thought it was underrated or overrated, let us know. It seems like um, if you think it was overrated, then you know you agree with us. If you think it was underrated, then you're wrong, but that's okay. Yeah, no, but it was for it was a good movie nonetheless, and it made some pretty good money. So, do you guys have a movie that you thought was underrated or overrated?
I think Radio. Look, I liked it
Radio.
for the premise of it, but it's overrated. Cuban Gooding Jr. You know, he's not a terrible actor, but like no offense, but that movie was the reason why you had like people trying to get Oscar bait movies with autistic or people who had learning disabilities or whatever. I didn't like that. It kind of came off a little poor taste. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this so we can get an Oscar nomination or a win.
See, one of the things about radio is that radio was like really good until they started like pushing it real hard.
Yep, yep.
Like and like nowadays, like if you want a sports movie, everybody's talking about radio.
Like it's based off a true story. I'm not saying like because it was bad. Like it just felt like they were like pushing it too hard. Like you said, I don't
Yeah.
like that.
Right, and for me, the best the only two reasons to go see that movie was Cuba Gooding Jr. and Ed Harris.
Yeah.
And if you're an Ed Harris fan, we're going to talk about we'll end up talking about another movie that I feel is a little it's just rated. Like a lot of people like talk about like they talk about the Truman Show. I really love the Truman Show.
I do too.
You know,
I think it's underrated. I think that movie's underrated because
like it's definitely not overrated. I would watch
no,
that
no,
over and over
I
again.
could watch it too. I think it's underrated because people see Jim Carrey as the comedy guy constantly. That movie proved that he could do drama if you allow him to do it. Because
Oh
it
yeah,
was,
yeah,
dude.
absolutely.
There's comedy sprinkled in there for obvious reasons, but it's sad. This guy's living a lie. He's literally living a fake life that he doesn't even know nor wants to be a part of when he finds out eventually, right? In the movie, spoilers, right? Um, he has basically no free will. Essentially, his whole life is a lie. It's a movie slash TV show. Every day they record his daily stuff. Why would you want to live like that, right?
It's an incredible premise. I personally love the movie. And what about you? What do you think? You you got to have some strong opinion about the Truman Show.
I've sadly only seen clips, but
You've
I
only
intend
seen okay.
to watch
You
it.
only seen clips. Well, that has to be on your film recommendation right there. You
Yeah,
got to watch
yeah,
that film. It's good.
yeah, yeah. See, now you're being pointed at in shame by your own mod. You're being
There
pointed
you
at in
go.
shame. You haven't watched
Go
it.
watch
Your
it.
mod is
Why?
Go watch
pointing at
it.
you,
Why is this the most active you've been in my chats?
pointing at you in shame. Bo wants us to know that the 2011 remake of Footloose was very underrated. It was great. I haven't seen this 2011 version of Footloose. For some reason, like for me, I can't get like I'm afraid that if I go and see Footloose anywhere that's not a college production or on, I still see Kevin Bacon no matter where I'm
Speaking
at.
of dance movies, can we say Dirty Dancing's overrated? Can
Dirty
we just
Dancing.
say it? Yeah, it's like, look, I get it. It's a romance movie. It's a chick flick movie. I get that, but like, dude, it's overhyped, dude. It's that in Greece. That in Greece is like so overhyped. Like, I get it. People like it. You can like something, but it's not the greatest of all time. I'm sorry.
But you got to admit, first of all, I got to go see that 2011 Footloose. First of all, because I just need to just pick it up and watch it. Because I'm being told it's underrated, so I need to do that. Now,
Okay.
regarding Dirty Dancing, I believe I can go with you on it's overrated. It's particularly it was right. Even the dog agrees. It's overrated, but it was overrated because once again, I had one of those situations where a woman in my life, a female figure, had to watch it all the time. My ex loved it, but at the same time, if you go into a karaoke club and you're like all crooner like, and you're like, now I had the time of my life, you can pull that off, you're going home with somebody from the bar. Just saying. I think you're being laughed at.
I think he's laughing at whenever I said, "Why is this the most active he's been in my chat?" Just quoting it.
Probably better than hand tight. Okay.
Dude, that movie, look, I get it. They have musical numbers there that women like, and you're probably gonna get lucky when you sing a song, but come on, man. This is like the opposite of another. I think this movie's underrated. Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. Oh, absolutely.
The 80s version, not the one that came out recently that they call a remake that was on Amazon Prime. I'm talking about the original Roadhouse. That is an underrated movie because people shit it off. Man, this is just a fucking brawling movie. Yeah, that's the point. No shit. It's a fight movie. It's a dude, this is our shit. And then they had to add a little romance in there so chicks can go watch it for obvious reasons. But I liked Roadhouse.
I enjoyed Roadhouse too. 1989, everybody back in the day loved Patrick Swayze, and he had like that look, right? He had that look, and and also as a dude, that fight scene in the in the nice house with all the deer heads up on the wall.
Yeah. Mhm.
Let alone like every other fight scene. You know, we had Patrick Swayze, we had Sam Elliott, you know, Marshall Teague. Oh
Yeah,
man,
Terry Funk in the movie as one of the goons. Remember that?
yeah, you know, I
He was
mean,
one of the bouncers at the club.
you know, Travis McKenna. That was like that had a cast that you could absolutely just go wild over. Now, I did like the remake. I have to admit, it didn't hit the same way, but I did like the remake. It was just the way it hit. I think. Have you seen it?
I seen it.
I keep on pointing at the screen like I'm an idiot.
It had Conor McGregor in it. I remember it.
Yeah. What about you? Yeah, that's
I
exactly what
knew it.
I'm
I was
doing.
waiting for this. I was waiting for him to point at me in chat.
Yeah, I keep on pointing at the screen too.
I'm gonna be real with you. I've watched like 3 movies in the last 18 years.
Oh,
Actually, 4
okay.
movies because I watched one of the Rambos.
We also can talk about underrated and overrated anime and television series as well.
Yeah, or animated
So
movies, or
if there's
it's
something,
it applies. It applies to
yeah, it
any movie
applies.
or TV
See,
show, even.
we consider any cinema, whether it be home cinema or not,
Yep.
rated or overrated. So one of the other things on my list was since we were talking about fight movies the other night, and we were going to talk about a few others, and we just talked about from Footloose down to Roadhouse is Bloodsport.
Oh my god, that's a good movie.
The I would dare to say the entire franchise, even the ones without Jean Claude Van Damme, were underrated.
Yeah, I could agree with that because but here's the question. The the movie that they did like a remake or a semi remake where John Claude comes back but he's a different character. You know what I'm talking about, right? It was like a I think it came out like 5 years ago or 6 years ago. It was a blood sport movie, but Jean Claude Van Damme was another. He was essentially like a coach or an older fighter.
Yeah, he was a coach.
Yeah, it was like it had nothing to do with the first one other than the title. That's it. It's other than the title and the similar theme. They don't have any connection other than John Claude Van Damme being in both.
Yeah, I would say that the entire franchise, minus you know, like for there's some that I and like a couple of the movies that I wouldn't like add into like rated at all. I like there's a reason why they like you're like, yeah, no thank you on both accounts. But like the Bloodsport franchise, like people don't watch those anymore. They don't it's like
Well, you
really
know why though? You know why? Because it's too masculine, so it's too violent, and they don't want to make movies like that anymore.
I mean, there was even there was a spin-off of Bloodsport that was Lady Blood Fight back in 2016, which was a female-led spin-off of the series. You know, man, great series altogether, and I would fair to say that it's underrated. Bo says regarding Roadhouse. The newer one he said is good if you don't try to relate it to the original. I liked it. I liked it. There was certain scenes in it, like the scene right out in front, and he's asking if the guy has insurance before the fight starts. Classic. Hey, Kaz, how you doing? I can send you a link if you want to join us.
Yeah, Kaz, if you want to join, you can join us. Just say the word.
Yeah. Like the Bloodsport movies were incredible. I'd say they're underrated. Not enough people put enough attention into those movies, and they look back, and you when you go and look back, and you're like, yeah, um, the fight movies, especially those kind of movies, were
Martial art movies in general, even the Chinese / Hong Kong ones were pretty good. Like Sonny Chiba's the Street Fighter movie, that was a good movie. Um,
yeah.
it's just nowadays they don't want to import or make new films like that because they don't want to market the violent. They want to have a lot of chick flicky movies now. You know, the only action movies or violent films is superhero movies, and notice how they're not really making that outside of Batman,
No, they're
Superman, and Spider-Man, and sometimes the X-Men.
e-
They're not really making money
even then
anymore.
they're mild. Even then they're mild. Having a action sequence nowadays doesn't hit right. Like the last time I saw like some really good action sequences, like legitimately, like Netflix and the Daredevil Netflix show had some pretty good action sequences. You don't see much in the
Oh yeah,
lines of good
and
action
Iron Fist
sequences.
was good too.
Yeah.
Iron Fist was good. I liked it.
So Kaz says Bloodsport was one of my dad's favorite movies. Good choice. Good choice for your dad. I approve. I sent you a link to your Discord should you want to join us.
Yeah,
Um,
Kaz, if you want to come on, go for it.
let's see. We're
You
talking
got to
fight.
fight to survive, man. You got to
Fight
fight
to
to
survive.
survive. Kumite, kumite, kumite.
In the lines of fighting movies, though, there's a lot of good fighter movies. But we also got to go sports movies. A lot of people. We were talking about sports figures in movies the other night, but you ever see one of my favorite movies of all times, made by the creators of South Park, Basketball?
Oh my god, that movie was funny.
That movie was great. You don't hear enough people talking about it
Well,
anymore.
it's because of the South Park guys. That's why, because they associate it with them, and they're like, it's kind of like Adam Sandler's Little Nicky. I like that film too, but I could see why people like. Okay, we get it, Adam. You're trying to make a comedy movie, and
I liked it.
no, I liked it too. So what do you think? We'll go to Little Nicky in a little bit, but like, what are your thoughts on it, Dan? Of basketball?
Oh,
Do you think it's overrated, underrated, or just rated?
I
What
think
are your
it's
thoughts?
very highly underrated. Like a lot of people sit there and talk nice about it for a minute, but then they're like, okay, let's talk about South Park or whatever,
No,
or
I
they
thought it
want
was
to,
funny. I thought it was hilarious.
or then or they end up going about, instead of talking about basketball, they want to go talk about that. What was that movie?
With that semi-pro movie with Will Ferrell.
Yeah, and I didn't like that. That was a horrible movie.
That was their take on basketball. Let's be
Yeah,
real.
Semi
That
Pro
was
was way overrated, and they only liked it because Will Ferrell was in it.
yeah, and that's look. I like Will Ferrell, but Will Ferrell, he has a history of like it's hit or miss with certain films, right? When it's Anchorman, oh my god, it's great. When it's like, oh my god, when it's what was that name of that movie? Oh, okay, the movie with Ben Stiller, Zoolander 2, that movie was
Zoolander.
terrible. Zoolander 2 was terrible.
Zoolander 2 was terrible. Zoolander
Zoolander 1
1,
was good. Was good.
it was good, but I'd still say overrated for Zoolander, for the original Zoolander.
Yeah. I just think the reason why people liked it was because like more women could enjoy it because of the fashion aspects of it. Because back then women loved, well, they still love the fashion stuff, but like they made it funny and how ridiculous the clothing were and the makeup and the hairstyles.
To be honest, when Zoolander came out and I saw that, I was stoned off my ass, and so
But
I
why
enjoyed
male
it then.
models? But why male models? I just told you why. Didn't you just hear what I just said? But why male models? I love that. That was a mistake, by the
Oh,
way.
I
Like,
take it back. I take it back, Bo. I take it back. I will not besmirch Semi Pro.
I don't know. I just think that wasn't his. That was one of his weaker movies. I like. And this is a Will Ferrell fan we're talking about right now. I'm talking about myself right now.
You know,
I
while
like his movies, but like there's just certain things. It's like okay, that could have been better. Like Blades of Glory, right?
Blades of Glory, loved it.
I loved it. Do
Oh,
I think it's
man.
the greatest film of all time? You know, I don't know.
Top 8. Top 8 Will Ferrell movies.
Yeah, like
If I'm going
it's
top
not
10, it'll
over.
be like
It's
it'll be
not
number 8.
over. It's
Blades of
not
Glory is number 8.
overrated. Okay, it's not overrated, but it's kind of like it's a little underrated. I'll say it's a little underrated because it's hilarious, and the fact these two dudes have to do figure skating because they lost their ability to be solo figure skaters. That was
I-
funny.
So it was, and plus it was a great rip off of what was that figure skating romance movie that it was a good parody on that. And
Was it also a parody of like not completely, but like of the scary movie genre? You know the movie with Hilary Swank, was it the $1 Million Baby with a Clint Eastwood? Am I remembering that right? Where somebody
no,
dies in the ring, and where I'm confusing it with another
you're
film. Oh my
thinking
god!
of it was a no, it was a, oh, what was the name of the movie? It was a
Because dude, it's been so long since I saw some of these films, dude. Like, dude, my brain. Hey, what's going on, Kazama?
Hey everybody, how
hey
you doing?
Kaz, how you doing?
Hi.
Feeling burned here, but still alive.
It's all
Trying
good,
to
man.
remember the name of the movie right
Because they
offhand.
were
That was
parodying because they
parody.
were parodying that in one of the scary movie films, and I figured that like the death scene, you know, when they did their dance signature in Blades of Glory, right? It killed somebody, right? It cut their neck with the blade. I thought that was a parody from scary movie that they did from another film where somebody died. I thought it was like a nod to that.
What was the okay? So there was a movie back in the '90s of a hockey player who ended up having to become a figure skater, and he didn't know how to use figure skates, and every time he fell on his face, the figure skater who he was paired up with to do figure skating with to be so he can stay an Olympian kept on picking on him because he couldn't use the toe pick. And I can't remember what the name of the figure skating movie was right offhand. Now I'm Googling.
Dude, some of these films are so old we could barely remember it, dude.
Cutting Edge was the movie. Cutting Edge, and so there's a Blades of Glory parodied a lot of Cutting Edge. So much, in fact, that in one of the Cutting Edge movies there was a illegal move. I think it was the second one that she had to accomplish this move that was eventually outlawed in the figure skating world, and they parodied that in Blades of Glory.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
gotcha.
Cutting Edge.
Which, by the way, that title could be used for a martial arts film if they're using blades or swords of any kind. Cutting Edge. It's a cool
I
title.
remember that movie. He was getting so much heat just because of his shirt from her. He's
Yeah,
like, put in the shirt. Put in the shirt. It's like,
yeah, he was. Yeah, the whole shirt. Yeah, it was a good movie. I would say regarding figure skating movies, like it's a little underrated nowadays, where it was then highly overrated. But if you get a chance to see it, good movie. Bo says that that Blades of Glory was pretty much. Oh, sorry, basketball was pretty much a version of Slapshot. Okay, yeah, I didn't. I don't think I remember seeing Slapshot. Yeah, Google activation mode set. Yeah. I always Google when I can't remember something. So you always hear me like clicking and clicking away.
Clickety clackety.
So Kaz, what
Yes.
movie do you think is like highly underrated or highly overrated? Too many people talk about it.
underrated Orgasmo.
Oh, Orgasmo. Great. Going back over into that with the South Park crew. Orgasmo, great movie. Have you seen that one,
Yeah, I've
Kings?
seen it. I've
Oh,
seen it. It was
what-
funny. It was like Ron Jeremy was literally playing himself in that movie. It was
Oh, Ron
funny.
Jeremy only plays himself.
Well, well, that's not necessarily. Look, he just like Matt Stone. They can act if given the right material. If they're just doing a shitty riff of something in movies, they're gonna be sounding terrible. But at least Ron came from the generation where they actually had to act in movies and not, hey guys, but you're my step cousin. Like they can't fucking they're fucking brain dead.
Did somebody
Oh, but
order
you
a
can't.
pizza?
We can't date.
Aren't you a
We're
little
best
fat
friends.
for a pizza, man? It's okay. Doesn't matter. Bow, bow, wow. Every time we talk about something, Ron Jeremy somehow has to come up.
Yeah, so like Ron Jeremy was like acting in a film that fit perfectly for him, which was great. Like he could act if he chooses to.
I'm just going.
But the
I'm just
thing
going.
is, though,
Sorry,
it's just
sorry.
nowadays a lot of them can't act to save their lives.
No, they
Like,
can't.
If you put a gun to their head, it's like, we want you to perform in this. Ron Jeremy and Nina Hartley would probably be the only two actors that would probably survive that.
Modern Hollywood has about as much acting skills as your standard OnlyFans actress.
It's like I get it. Like, they're not there to act; they're there to.
Except
lay
I don't
out.
see myself paying for
That's what I was about
Tom
to
Holland's OnlyFans page.
They're there to lay down and
what?
suck it up. That's what
That's
they're
what I'm about
there
to
for.
say. They're not getting paid for their acting.
Well, they used to. Well, not anymore. But
Have you seen Orgasmo? I'm going to be using your mod's meme.
Sorry, I got very sidetracked because I heard someone say Tom Holland's OnlyFans. Like, wait, that exists?
I really don't want to know about that. Oh,
Is
God.
that actually real?
Watch it is just him cooking like dinner or breakfast or whatever. He's
There's
like, I'm
bound
gonna
to be
cosplay
it,
in
but-
Spider-Man while I'm making breakfast or dinner.
I might have to make an account after this.
Oh, semi-pro was
Oh.
the comparison to Slapshot. Okay. Now, Tom Holland's OnlyFans page. Now, imagine that. Sorry, we're gonna create a fake little OnlyFans page for that. Now, in chat, we got what? OnlyFans
love
page
how-
for.
Well, this is what Losian gets online to. The first thing you hear, wait, Tom Holland's OnlyFans?
Hey, you know
I
what?
had now only one headphone's working. What the hell? Did I just break my headset?
Did you?
Probably.
Or maybe
See-
it's your audio sync is a little off. Check if like the thing is fully plugged in. Sometimes that happens to me. So
Is it plugged in? Did you try plugging it in and unplugging it again?
I got it. I just had to tease a little bit. Had to.
yeah, that's what I'm
just
saying. You have
circle around the
to
rim.
slightly adjust it sometimes because depending on the
Darkest
maker-
Shade wants us to know Tom Holland's OnlyFans page does not exist. They know.
I know.
Yeah, you probably heard my keyboard while I was checking.
Now, just for in case, we'll make one with an AI Tom Holland.
Oh God. And then Tom Holland like sues you for $1 million.
Oh God.
We'll give him a mole someplace he doesn't already have one, and then it's completely different character.
Hear me out. Give him a cut.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'd like $1 billion, but he's just like, I don't have that. Well, you're gonna have to take over. I'm gonna have to take over that OnlyFans account then.
Had to check for real, for real.
Like that girl that got scammed by Bill Gates.
No, there was a
Basically,
guy. There was a person that got scammed by Tom Selleck, the guy from Magnum, the original Magnum PI, not the one from the 2010s, the original one with the mustache. It looks like Tom Selleck. When in reality, it's just Eric Cartman. It's like, that looks like Tom Selleck.
Oh, that's hilarious. Overrated
There you go. You got the
movie.
mustache.
Underrated
There you go.
movie. Definitely Orgasmo is an underrated movie. 1000%. Now, since we're going to be talking about some sort of liquid from that's potentially on the casting couch, what about
Oh,
there's something
boy.
about Mary? Instead of the liquid being on the casting couch, it's in her hair.
Oh no.
See what I did there?
Yeah, you did.
It took a moment to see what you did there.
Oh boy. I don't know how to go through. I don't know how to pivot to that.
I know.
transition.
From Orgasmo to special something in the hair. It was an easy pivot, I felt.
What about a Girl Next Door? Have you guys ever saw that film?
No, I have not.
Oh my god, I like it for. I call it because of cheesecake, but it's not that bad if you look at it. If you see it as a movie, no, it's not that good. But if you see it as for what it is, it's rated. It's not.
Oh wait, yes, actually, now that I've seen
Dude.
the image, I just went back to it. And
Dude,
I
it was
did
the
see
scene.
it.
Remember the dude was like, "Hey, it's the family friends. Oh, hey, you two should get a lap dance together." And then it's like, "Hey, by the way, Mr. Such, don't tell my parents, please. Let's keep this to ourselves, okay? Let's not talk about this when we."
Yeah, I do remember this movie now.
That was
2004.
hilarious.
So, pretty much, the premise is this guy,
Is this nerdy
He's-
kid or awkward kid? Yeah.
and he can't get a girlfriend, so he I guess he pays the girl next door that he's been spying on through the window to go on a date with him.
Yeah, only in 90s/2000s 80s logic, you can do that and still get a hot chick and not be called a creep or a stalker.
Right, but it
Only
has
in
that-
those years. Nowadays, you'd be canceled for that, but back then, no, you can.
I
do it, as long
remember
as you
this
tell
one.
them the truth.
And this is a very now underrated plot line because they used to use it a lot in the 70s and 80s, and like the girl next door used it. And pretty much you had, he paid the girl, he wants to get popular, and then he finally gets popular, and she actually likes him.
Well, there is another movie called No Hard Feelings that came out in 2023, where the parents pay the girl to date the son because they think he's a dweeb.
Oh my god! So the parents are pimping her out just to. Just to
Yeah,
get their
it's
boy,
just, she's actually
some
falling in
weight.
love with him,
Mhm.
and every time she tries to make a move or anything, he thinks like stranger danger.
Oh, I have seen that one. I love it. Oh, my cables.
Yeah, that was
Isn't that with
that
Jennifer
was-
Lawrence? Wasn't that with
yes,
Jennifer Lawrence?
yes.
Which, by
Yeah.
the way, Jennifer Lawrence, attractive lady. I don't agree.
You know,
with
she
every
was
scene.
she was one of the first female action heroes ever.
Yeah, I doubt that, but you know, like,
That's
I
what they.
can't
that's-
believe. Look, like I said, I think she's a pretty woman, but she's an idiot when it comes to that take. I'm sorry, like you're not the first action lady ever, and you won't be the last either.
The one nice thing about that movie, I do remember seeing No Hard Feelings. So not only did I believe like a whole bunch of parents were paying like these hot girls to date their kids. I think it was like a business they were running. If I
Dude,
remember
that sounds like
correctly,
a premise to like an adult movie. It's like I really don't want my son to be, like that. Can please seduce him so he doesn't think like that, please.
right? Yeah.
We'll
And
pay
then
you a lot of money. We don't care. We want grandchildren for God's sake.
there was an older version, another version of the movie that has adults who I think it's like failure to launch type of thing. Yeah, failure to launch. Where if you've ever seen that one, also I say it's a little underrated, especially nowadays. But failure to launch is where where parents who have these grown adults who would nowadays probably be Reddit mods living in their parents' basement and won't leave. Their parents hire these people to get them out. And I think one of the people that's running this business is the woman from Sex and the City.
Was it Jessica Parker or
Yeah,
was it-
Sarah Jessica Parker,
Sarah
yeah.
Jessica Parker. Okay.
Yeah. That whole plot line, like you don't see it too much anymore, but
Yeah, they don't because Hollywood doesn't. They don't want to take the risk in that because they don't want the controversy, aka the groups to be like, that's not right. You're making women look bad. Meanwhile, they'll have a hunk dude with his shirt off with oil all over himself, right?
But
That's what
see,
they
the
did with the
difference.
2016 Ghostbusters film. They had Thor himself. Remember?
Right. So
They had Chris Hemsworth with glasses.
yeah, they did that. Yeah, they did.
Which, by the way, that movie is immediately overrated. If we're gonna go transition a little bit with Ghostbusters to 2016, it's overrated, as in bad, not as in good.
with these topics absolutely canceled, probably jailed, absolutely.
And also, I've got to say something real quick.
Go for it, man.
Shade, you point at me a lot today for somebody who trusts me to be your rear guard in the video games you play. We're playing extraction shooters, and you keep pointing. You realize I can easily point something at you. Ow, damn, I just messed up my cable. Now I sound like a transformer in my head.
Did somebody become a transformer? That's awesome.
Yes.
Autobots, roll out. Boobies.
And literally everybody sounds like that for me right now. I don't know what to do.
Now,
Dude,
I
that
think
sounds cool. I like that. What is that effect called? Because that sounds like something that we could do like for a sci-fi bit. Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm keeping it. I messed up my cable, and I don't know if I can do anything about it.
it
Sounds
could
like a
be feedback
Robo
from
Lunar.
it could be
Robo.
feedback from the cable.
That's awesome.
Plug it in and back, unplug it and plug it back in.
Should I or should I keep it?
Part of me is like, keep it because it makes it more funnier with like a robot voice.
So let us discuss the Transformers.
Michael Bay, overrated. And anybody who says otherwise is wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah, the whole plot line of like particularly with failure to launch though, being like the opposite end of the spectrum, with failure to launch, pretty much you had Matthew McConaughey, who's old enough to move out of his parents' house, but fails to. And you have another. This actually goes into another movie that we have with our sports stars that we could have mentioned the other night. Terry Bradshaw is in this movie, and also the one, the only, Kathy Bates. They're playing Matthew McConaughey's mom, and they hire Sarah Jessica Parker. They hire Sarah Jessica Parker to date him and get him out of the house. And eventually he moves out, and Terry Bradshaw moves into his Matthew McConaughey's childhood room. There's a scene, and the scene has a full ass naked Terry Bradshaw. Wow. Just saying, it'll ruin you forever, but it's a must see. It's a must see movie. We got a few people over on the Twitter side and chat. Let's take a minute to say hi to everybody in Twitter. Not Twitter, Twitch. Lucian says I was dumb to queue at the wrong place the whole time.
All right, I'm gonna real quick just yoink.
Let's see. Yeah, we queued in. You probably queued in when we're thinking about Tom Holland's OnlyFans page. I do apologize for that.
I don't apologize for that. We can both look at it later, okay? On call tonight, we're going to be looking for the OnlyFans.
Just ruined a whole bunch of people on Twitch.
Oh, don't worry. I say a lot worse to him.
So on our list of underrated, overrated, do television series. Do you have a television series, anime, or something that was on television, maybe a streaming network show that you'd say nowadays is considering by modern standards something that is overrated or underrated? Probably not. Okay, no, TV's too soon to really ask for a lot from anybody for anyway regarding that. If I can find my list here, we can go on to the next. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I've always been a traditionalist with the Planet of the Apes stuff. So like all the new Planet of the Apes stuff is like been very overrated for me. Too much CG. I'm very old school, like seeing like the traditional costumes and very funky 1970s ape costumes.
Weren't you and Datasaur talking about that a couple of days ago? Especially like the Ninja Turtle costumes.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we were talking about how the Ninja Turtles had a lot more comfortable feel with the practical effects and like the practical costumes that we were given through the Jim Henson prop library that helped make those costumes.
That's pretty cool.
But the problem with those costumes were there was a couple of scenes where they didn't the light caught just a certain way where you can actually see through the mouths and you can see part of the face of the actor underneath the mask.
How do you know that wasn't just the turtle's meal?
Right. I believe
that was the pizza delivery guy. They didn't make it on time.
Yeah. And he still had the urge, what's it called? The nerve to ask for a tip.
Oh, you don't pay full price for late pizza. Also, never pay full price for Michael Bay Transformers either. So I'm not sure if you saw Planet of the Apes for the new ones. I wasn't a big fan. A lot of people liked them. Like the Mark Wahlberg one was all right. You know, they did a lot of retcons for those movies to make them work. Now, when it comes down to movies that were heavily done up in CG, did anybody watch any of the Avatar movies other than the first one? Like
they made more than one.
Yeah, they made more than one. Yeah.
What?
Why?
Yeah. The overrated movie, the second movie, let alone the first movie, but they did a Avatar: Way of the Water, blue people, not airbending.
Oh, the blue people.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
The
I
blue
thought the
people,
airbender you're talking about. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
I always think of the airbenders and fire, earth.
Yeah,
and water
King always has to tell me if we're talking about blue people, just say blue people, don't say Avatar.
Yeah, because the original Avatar was always the benders to me. They came out first.
Yeah, so it's like you know you have your you had the sequels. I guess Disney now owns the rights to that whole James Cameron library, and wait, Loved them blue. I don't think we're talking about the Smurfs though. Those were the blue people for me. But no, Avatar though, the blue people Avatar. Those were highly overrated. And
Yeah, I agree. It was the special effects and the 3D gimmick that people were, because dude, can people really remember the storyline at all unless they watched the film so many times? Can they remember the storyline at all outside of the
military guy has to do this thing, and they have these fake aliens that they have to put their body into their body, their mind into their body. Sigourney Weaver is in it for some reason because she was in everything when they were trying to make her relevant again.
And if you think about it, the guy was suffering from bestiality. He saw that kitty and be like, yes.
Yeah, that blue cat girl thingy. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. But he was in another. He was in a fake
Yeah, but his
body.
mind's
So-
completely human. So he's
yeah.
got the human mentality and mindset, and then sees the cat and be like, here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Meow, meow. Exactly.
He's going for the wrong meow meow.
I loved it for the story too. I thought you said it. I thought it was for a second there. I thought you were saying it was a true story too. I'm like, what?
Can you imagine if they marketed that as a true story or any sci-fi movie? Star Wars based on a true story. Where can I go to Star Wars then? So it's a true story. I want to go and use the Force.
You telling me Han Solo was not a real guy? Take that back.
And Boba Fett wasn't real either with his jetpack.
I know. I feel the same way based off a true story. What? No.
Oh yeah. Speaking of like fiction movies, what are your thoughts on Batman Forever? Do you think it's overrated or underrated?
Okay.
With Val
I
Kilmer.
feel like the Schumacher stuff were very underrated. The newer Batman movies a little bit overrated. Pattinson's Batman just meh, not overrated, not underrated, but I didn't give it a second chance other than the take on the spin-off series that they did for HBO.
Sorry, I just read Shade going spider. Wait, wrong person.
But no, I feel like what about you guys? I feel like the Schumacher stuff was a little underrated. Like I liked it,
My thing with it is that like Batman and Robin, there were things that I didn't like about it, but if you take those things out of it, it's okay. But I think Batman Forever, the only thing I didn't like about Batman Forever was the title. Batman Forever felt like it was the end of the franchise.
It kind of did,
Because it's like when you use that name, it's like to me, it's like Batman Forever sounds like at the end of the Batman series. That's what I think, at least.
I think that like they just kind of went like Schumacher just like he kind of like it kind of was in a sense the end of Batman. I mean in a sense it was no longer what you had with Tim Burton, It will
The original Batman for me was like, all right, this is like a world if Batman was there, dirty, grungy, all actual Batman. But that Batman Forever is like, okay, when the hell did it become all neon lights everywhere?
Yeah. It was very Club 33 meets 1960s meets Tim Burton meets Adam West meets he tried to do his own thing, and I don't think don't try to do your own thing. I think that's a bad idea when a lot of these filmmakers like, okay, we're going to do our own thing. We talked about this before when it came down to the X-Men, and we've been talking about how like pretty much they didn't want to who was it not was it Feige
I think it was the Russo brothers.
The Russo brothers, yeah. The Russo brothers wanted to not have anybody read the comic books because they wanted to have their own take on things. Hey, Jamie, how you doing? We got Jamie Lee Simmons hanging out and chat on the YouTube side.
Cancel your writing career.
No, absolutely. Your writing career is probably going to be better than some of the stuff they're putting out there right now in Hollywood.
I know shit. I can tell you no.
Yeah, I definitely like the Schumacher stuff. But it's underrated. While it's not like it wasn't the touch that we wanted. For me, it was just a little underrated. Partly because that was a great soundtrack in Batman Forever. Seal, "Kissed by a Rose," you
Yeah,
know.
people rag on it now, but I thought that song was pretty good because it was it. Yeah, it's a romance song, but I always felt like it was a tragedy slash romance thing in some of the Batman movies. If you were if you direct it that way, because that's kind of what it was like when he was trying to find acceptance of like his parents dying and stuff, or trying to be in a relationship, not just in a romantic way, but in a relationship like in a family way too with people to open
That,
up. It
yeah.
made sense in that way.
Now, if we're gonna now, I know last time we mentioned Batman, and we mentioned that movie all because of the pure soundtrack. Gonna have to go back to the 1990s yet once again. The part of the same cast in a sense. We had the actor who plays Robin, but instead we have Charlie Sheen and a few others, and we're talking about the Three Musketeers. Now, underrated movie nowadays. Probably some people would have considered it overrated back in the day. And Theta, I sent you a link to your Twitter page if you want to join us. But yeah, underrated movie. But have you guys had a chance to see that old Three Musketeers movie? I said Three Stooges. I meant Three Musketeers.
You didn't say Stooges, did you?
I think I might have. I don't know why. But
Which one? The one in 1993?
yeah, 1993. Yeah, great soundtrack there.
I saw that one, but I don't remember the soundtrack at all.
Oh, the soundtrack is great. Yeah. Let's see if I can pull.
I
up
liked the Three Musketeers. I also liked Robin Hood, the Kevin Costner one, even though people like, oh, it's overrated. I liked it.
Oh no, it was great.
The music was pretty good. The soundtrack
So the
by
Kevin
what's-
Costner Robin Hood.
yeah,
Yeah, that was a great movie too. Pulling up real
by
quick.
Bryan Adams. The theme song by Bryan Adams. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, in the Three Musketeers sound, they had that. It was that song played over and over again back in the day. All for Love, and it was all for love and one for all. Classic. Oh man.
The main thing I remember about that movie is like, okay, there's three. The Musketeers are like a normal, police force. They're all basically gone except for three, and then there's a fourth one now. The kid is like, how can you call yourself Three Musketeers? There's like another one right there. Then there's more.
Yeah. So his character. So Chris O'Donnell's character, not detergent. I'm having trouble speaking today. Chris O'Donnell's character is coming in right after the Tim Curry, who plays the Cardinal, has disbanded the Musketeers, and his dad was one of the Musketeers who was there. Now you have Charlie Sheen, you have Kiefer Sutherland, and Oliver Platt, who are the Three Musketeers, and pretty much they're in pretty much denial that the Musketeers have been disbanded, and they take Chris O'Donnell under their wing. So Chris O'Donnell technically wasn't a Musketeer. Did you hear breakfast? I'll have breakfast. What are we having for breakfast? Yeah. That's right. Captain Garatino reminds us that tomorrow I'll be joining him on his show for a little He-Man action, Masters of the Universe. But yeah, it was a good movie, underrated. The soundtrack was great. I think we're waiting for Theta. Theta's going to pop in, I believe, here in a second. I sent him a link. Another movie I had in my list real quick was Summer of Sam. I'm not sure if you ever remember that one. Pretty much it takes place in the late 70s. It's kind of a thriller.
John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, great movie, Summer of Sam, based off a true story. Spike Lee, John Leguizamo, 1977, the year I was born. A killer known as the Son of Sam keeps all of New York City on the edge of with brutal murders, and it was a big one that we remember back in my childhood. I saw the movie come out. Oh, hey, Theta, how you doing?
What's up, everybody?
We're just talking about overrated, underrated movies.
I know I've been listening, and yeah, I've been listening since The Princess Bride, and yeah, I completely agree with pretty much everything y'all said, and down with Michael Bay's Transformers. We
Down
need
with
to get
Michael Bay's
somebody else to come in and
Yeah.
actually do that justice.
So,
The
do you
the
have
only-
underrated movie?
Well, like I said, the Transformers movies, I did like the Bumblebee scene where they were on Cybertron. I thought that was good. If they would have made a whole movie about, with the characters that look like that and acted like that, that would have been great. As far as underrated movies go, we've watched a lot of them on Cosmic Data Theater. I think Toy Soldiers is underrated. I really enjoyed that one.
Toy
especially-
Soldiers was a pretty good movie when we watched that. I'd definitely be up to watching it again.
Yeah, it's definitely up there with me. I think
You gonna
I
call this
mute-
out real quick?
Yeah.
I need to mute my
Always
TV
me.
real quick.
Even your girlfriend knows you're not straight.
All right. Just for a case. Yeah. So I had another one. What was the movie I brought up just a second ago?
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome
Bienvenidos.
back. Oh yeah. So Summer of Sam, great movie. If you haven't had a chance to see it, you definitely want to give it a watch.
You know what's another underrated movie? 12 Monkeys.
12 Monkeys is a very
Ooh,
underrated
Bruce
movie.
Willis.
Even
Yeah.
the TV series was a little underrated too. It went in a
I
different
agree.
direction, and it was also a pretty good movie.
Any
We
of
were-
those Terry Gilliam movies like Brazil, all those crazy tripped out movies. The Fall is another one that I think you'd really enjoy. It's like the Never Ending Story meets The Wizard of Oz, meets Requiem for a Dream.
I have a movie you guys probably never heard about.
Oh, what's that?
Mulholland Drive.
Mulholland
Oh
Drive.
no,
Good
I've
movie.
heard of Mulholland Drive. Yeah, that's
Good movie.
David Lynch. Awesome.
I remember watching it in theater going, what the
Yeah,
God.
Blue Velvet, Eraserhead, all of his movies are just so amazing, but so crazy.
Justin Trudeau, or Theroux. Sorry, Justin Theroux.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Billy
Justin
Ray.
Trudeau, the prime minister, the former prime minister of Canada.
I'm doing bad with names today. Like every name that's like the
Sorry.
complete opposite of what I am trying to say has popped out of my mouth. Billy Ray Cyrus was in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Naomi Watts.
So I'll be back again. I need to point my fan towards me. Sorry.
Life in Texas. Mulholland Drive, great movie though. Also had an all-star cast. I remember that movie. That movie came out in 2001, and I think I went and saw it in a drive-in theater. Probably one of the last drive-in theaters I ever went to.
Oh, I missed those.
Okay.
Probably one of the last drive-ins I ever went to. Who's it? How many of you guys are into like heist movies?
I am.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on how good they are, but
Right.
for sure, like
Heat.
Ocean's 11. I
Ocean's
loved
11. Let's
even now you see me. You can consider that a heist movie.
right. I consider now you see me a little overrated, but it was a good movie. Now I'm thinking something.
The only reason that I liked it is because they actually learned the actual sleight of hand to do a lot of that. Like all the stuff you see in the movie can actually be done and is actually done through methods of
It was a great movie.
sleight
I
of
just
hand.
felt like they just like it was like pushed at me real hard when it came
Yeah.
out. And I
I
kind of
mean,
like
it doesn't beat the Prestige for me, but it's a good movie.
all right,
But
I'm gonna give you guys a heist movie. King, you ready for this one? I, maybe all y'all might know this one, but Edward Norton, Robert De Niro, Angela Bassett, Marlon Brando, 2001 classic,
Heat.
The Score.
nice. Okay.
The
Score?
Score. Yeah.
I thought it was Heat. Oh,
Now,
Yeah.
Heat had Val Kilmer in it.
Val Kilmer. Yeah. Yeah. But The Score, great movie. If you've ever watched it, you should. Pretty much Marlon Brando plays an aging thief who hopes to retire. He's one of those one last
It's like
job.
the Color of Money, but for heists type of thing.
Right, yeah. So he hopes to retire off of his ill-gotten wealth with his lover when this young kid, pretty much Edward Norton, drags him into doing his one last heist with
They always get you with
a
that one last
large
heist.
payout.
Oh,
Uh,
go ahead, keep going. I got
Very
another one.
underrated film. If you haven't had a chance to see it, you got to go see it. Especially if you like Robert De Niro movies. Robert De Niro's in it, like I said. Marlon Brando's in it. Angela Bassett. This is like when Angela Bassett was like really good looking, and
Yeah.
wasn't old.
Yeah.
Definitely got to give it a chance if you haven't already seen it.
I got one. 21.
21. All right.
That's a good
Jump.
height. That's one of
21
my,
Jump Street.
yeah. Kevin Spacey and not Samuel L. Jackson. Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh,
You have that Blackjack
21. You're
Club.
talking about the Blackjack game, not 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, I consider that a heist movie.
Man, that was a good movie.
In a different way, but yeah, I love that movie.
You could have went in different directions. When you said 21, first thing I
Yeah.
thought was 21 Jump Street, and the next thing I thought was another movie called 21 Grams, which was pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good one
The-
too.
yeah,
with
the
Sean
Grams.
Penn.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'Cause that's apparently like how much your soul weighs. It's
But I liked 21. I mean, if there's anything that once again, this is one of those movies where it has a couple people in the cast where you just want to kind of separate the art from the artist. Kevin
Yeah.
Spacey's in it, and he teaches these kids how to pretty much run a room and a 21 table.
yeah.
And
Yeah, counting cards, basically. Like the whole premise is that Lawrence Fishburne is a old he's not like he's an older bouncer from a different time, and he would look for people counting cards on video and stuff, but all of Vegas was going to like AI software to find this stuff out, so they were losing contracts, and he wanted a retirement. The main character,
this had Josh Gad in it before he went
Yeah,
woke.
exactly.
Before he went woke, it had Josh
Yeah.
Gad in it. Then it had Kate Bosworth.
Kate Bosworth, yeah, she was really hot in that.
Yeah, yeah.
But the main character, I forget his name, but
Jim Sturgis.
He's a really good actor. I would have never like that name doesn't ring a bell, but he was a great actor in that.
The main character was an actor named Jim Sturgis. He was in quite a few things. He was in Berlin, I Love You. He was in the TV series Feed the Beast. He was in another TV series called The Asylum, which was a short-lived psychological miniseries. He was in Guardians of the Owls. It was a cartoon movie, Legends of the Guardians, the Owls. The Owl movie, where it was a good 2010 animation. 50 Dead Men Walking. He was in quite a few good movies. The lead in that in 21.
Yeah.
21, very underrated movie as well. Let's see. King, do you have another one for us? He might have stepped away for a second.
Yeah. When it comes to action, like samurai movies, I think 47 Ronin and The Last Samurai, those were both underrated, I think. Last Samurai with Tom Cruise and 47 Ronin with Keanu Reeves. I don't know if y'all ever saw it, but those were both very good Japanese, samurai style, like modern samurai style films.
Yeah, I always did like the old samurai stuff. When we were talking about the Chop Saki films, King and I the other night, pretty much Chop Saki films, the samurai stuff, the Seven Samurai, a lot of the Bruce Lee stuff, even going back to while a lot of people will immediately go to the Karate Kid franchise, especially now that
Cobra Kai.
like Cobra Kai's out there. Like, I love the Karate Kid franchise, but I think nowadays I'd put it on the overrated list because of Cobra Kai. Well, everybody's talking about it. That's all people talk about. I mean, like, I love the series.
I think the reason we talk about it so much is because it's the one franchise that they haven't screwed up. Sorry, but they haven't screwed up. To the point of hating. Being on the woke side and hating everything.
Right.
About
I get that. But when the whole point of it is if it being overhyped, and when you talk about whether or not something's overrated or not, it's a lot of it's overhyped, and after a while, it's like, yeah, the series is great, the entire franchise is awesome, and I feel like if you're going to talk about the franchise, let's look and talk about like a certain aspect of the franchise, like particularly, I liked the next Karate Kid. A lot of people like, oh, it was a horrible movie because it was just a Mr. Miyagi movie, and they didn't want to see a girl without Danielson in it.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
the fact of the matter is, I loved that movie. It was a great movie. I don't care if there was a girl in that spot.
Do you like it better than the Part 3 Karate Kid Part 3?
No. Of course
so
not.
you still
but,
have, so you still,
but I'm
the
saying
original trilogy.
It's underrated though.
Okay,
I'm not saying it's better than the original trilogy.
I was just wondering your aspect, because a lot of people have so much hate for Part 3, and I thought it was a good film. Even the guy who played Daniel Russo, when you
have him in it, they should have had him in the original. Now, we were talking about this, KingStyle and I were talking about this the other night when we were talking about the thing, and the article I read that had an interview with Daniel Russo said he wasn't even invited to come back for the series.
Yeah, I believe it.
They wanted to separate this new handoff of the series away from the original acting cast. Because they wanted it to float on its own merit, so to speak.
From what I heard, it was because Part 3 didn't do as well as they were hoping, and even Ralph Macchio. Even Ralph Macchio was saying that he was kind of disappointed with the script
Oh,
and
they were
where they
absolutely
went.
disappointed with the script, but it was still a bit
Yeah,
successful
I
enough
agree.
franchise
I
to.
think Mike Barnes and Terry Silver were great, and I
Yeah,
think
I liked it better than the idea that they were going to just basically do John Kreese Part 2. They kind of
yeah,
did, but I
yeah,
don't like the retread of the first movie. I like that they added new characters
yeah,
to make it slightly different.
yeah,
So the article that we were reading, they said that not only was Ralph Macchio not invited back, but the production team wanted the movie to transition on its own merit. Pretty much the same thought process that they wanted with the whole the Smith, not
yeah,
Will Smith, but his kid,
yeah.
Jaden Smith.
Jaden
Jaden
Smith.
Smith. The same thing that they thought would happen with Jaden Smith. That really, it was a good movie, but it was just
Yeah,
Jaden Smith.
I agree with that. It
You
was a
know,
good movie.
but that fell the same way that the next Karate Kid fell,
Yeah,
but worse. And I consider the next Karate Kid having been overrated in that series.
yeah, I can see that. Do
You
y'all
know,
remember the movie Sidekicks with Chuck Norris and Jonathan
Yes.
Brandis?
yeah, yeah.
I loved that movie so much. He spends the entire Jonathan Brandis's character spends the entire movie fantasizing about his favorite martial artist Chuck Norris and like these action sequences that they would be in these movies and stuff. And then in the final act, he's his partner in the tournament. It was cool. It was a really fun movie to watch. I think it's very underrated.
Speaking of movies, what are you guys' thoughts on Last Action Hero?
I was going to bring that up. Underrated.
Yeah,
We were
I
actually
agree.
going to
Like,
talk
people-
about it the other night, but we
You
didn't
could
get
do-
to it.
You could do a whole franchise, a TV show, or animated series. You don't even have to make it into an animated movie. You could literally do episodes where they go into a different TV show, movie, video games,
I agree.
series, and that could be the whole episode. Oh my
It
god,
was
we're
it,
in.
it was brilliant. I thought it was so underrated that it kind of upset me to find out that people didn't like it. I thought
'Cause
it was
I actually like the
very
premise.
cool.
I like that they could go into different movies or TV
Yeah,
shows or
well,
whatever.
I
with a
love
magic
that they
ticket.
yeah, exactly. That came from Harry Houdini. Like it all kind of had this whole universe that they had built up, and then taking movies and making it kind of a meta piece. That you're watching a movie that a kid is watching a movie from. Like it's, it was a
'Cause
great
you-
idea, and I thought they pulled it off
Because
brilliantly.
that premise, anybody can make a story with that premise. They don't do that for some reason. And
Yeah.
I would make a story like that. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Imagine, I'm in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe. Or
Yeah,
I'm in,
exactly. It's
or
like
I'm in the
do
Justice League DC universe. I'm like,
you remember
with the
Stay
superheroes.
Tuned with John Ritter? They
Stay
did
Tuned was
that.
really good. That was
that was-
the wasn't that the kind of like the humorous horror kind of
Yeah. Yeah, it had the guy from Beetlejuice in it, like the not Michael Keaton, but like the the guy that had the allegations that he was in a lot of the SNL movies and
right.
the city the Chicago anyway.
While you remember that, I'm going to check out chat real quick because they were talking about a couple humorous movies in chat that were okay. High School Movie also brought to mind to me Not Another Teen Movie, which was highly underrated for a one of those stupid comedies.
Yeah,
because they were
those
making
movies-
fun of everything. They were making fun of every
Yeah.
teen movie.
And same with
including
Mean
American
Girls.
Pie.
I actually enjoyed Mean Girls. I thought that it was. I wouldn't
Which
say
version?
it's the first one.
The
with,
original, not the musical one now that they did.
Well,
Yeah,
they've even they had a couple sequels to it with a different cast.
Yeah.
They had also a spin-off. They've had 2 TV series.
But I wouldn't say it's overrated or underrated. I think it's just
It's
meh.
rated.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, it's
rated.
rated.
Yeah, rated is our middle score for that.
Yeah.
It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the greatest thing.
Yeah,
ever.
exactly. It was fun, but I think it's right there where it needs to be with how people talk about it. So,
I will take the compliment from chat. Thank you.
oh wow,
Darkest, the darkest shade. We are
Awesome.
all good looking, and you
Rock
too,
on.
chat, are good looking too.
Yeah. Yeah, but Last Action Hero is definitely one.
So, regarding the Last Action Hero, I would. It's absolutely underrated. Not enough people talk about it. I saw somebody did a YouTube breakdown of that the other day. That was that could have went like a lot deeper. Last Action Hero had like so many nest eggs in it. If you were just to pull the
Oh, I
movie
know.
aside for the nest eggs itself, talking about the nest eggs in that movie would take longer than the movie itself did to watch.
Yeah.
So, since we're talking about action stuff, what are your thoughts on it's technically a sequel to Game of Death, but it's actually Tower of Death. It's not really a sequel. They just edit clips of Bruce Lee. If you take the Bruce Lee stuff out of it, right? What are your guys' thoughts on Tower of Death? I like the movie.
I've never seen it.
I think it's
I
underrated.
don't think I've seen that
It's
one.
overrated if you rely too much on the Bruce Lee stuff. Yeah, it's a good film. If you take away the Bruce Lee stuff tacked onto it because it wasn't supposed to be a Bruce Lee movie,
Mhm.
it was only made that way because the Japanese fans were like, "Oh my god, we love Bruce Lee." So that's why that film was originally released in Japan first, and then they released it everywhere else later.
Right. So, like Game of Death, Tower of Death had that same costume that we later found in the Kill Bill series.
Kill Bill, the
Yeah,
yellow
I think they used it
jumpsuit.
only in the intro sequence. That was in certain versions of the film. I think in the West version they didn't have the yellow and black tracksuit, the one piece tracksuit. I think in certain versions, the Western versions may not have it, but it was pretty cool though. Like the fight choreography was awesome. The violence was pretty good. The mystery story could have been better if the Bruce Lee stuff wasn't tacked on. But there is a rare Korean version that's only in Korea because the two actors were from Korea. The Bruce Lee stand-in was born in Korea, and the villain is a Korean actor. So the actual film, the unedited, it's super rare. It's only available in South Korea. You can get it, and so I never seen that version, but from what I've heard, it's the best version because it just takes away the Bruce Lee storyline. It just
Yeah.
treats it as
See,
the way it's
originally
supposed
it
to be an
wasn't even
action film.
supposed to be a sequel because it was Tower of Death is also known as the Game of Death 2.
Yeah, they
Okay,
tacked it on in
okay.
the West. In the West, they tacked it on as Game of Death 2
That
because
ma-
to
okay,
market
that's what-
Bruce Lee. But
Then I
it's-
have seen it then. Okay.
Yeah, so
I've
it's-
just never
it's-
heard it called
Yeah,
Tower.
it's Game of Death 2, aka Tower of Death, or just Tower of Death. It's if you take the Bruce Lee stuff out of it, it's a good film. It is just too many editing of Bruce Lee or fake Bruce Lees. And in the movie, it's Bobby Lowe instead of Billy Lowe.
Mhm.
And it's funny because in the original idea of the Game of Death, his brother gets kidnapped, right, with his sister. But this was edited out in the final version of the Robert Klaus version. That storyline, which is weird, but they kind of came back to it for Tower of Death referencing his brother.
Yeah.
And in the original Tower of Death / Game of Death 2 script, they were supposed to keep Billy Lau alive.
Yeah.
They just gave up. They just said, fuck it. It's too much work. So they killed him off midway in the movie and just replaced him with his brother as the protagonist, aka the same actor that played his stand-in. They just didn't use camera tricks anymore. They just gave up.
So Billy Lau was played by an actor named Kim Tai Chung.
Mm-hmm. That's the same guy that played the fake Bruce Lee. The same
Right.
actor. Yep,
Right.
same actor.
Isn't that like the ultimate name for just an Asian restaurant?
Yeah, I know, right?
You know,
It's up there with Long Duck Dong and
you know, another like there was a whole bunch of people in that movie that just like were like in a few things like Roy Chow, who was in quite a few movies as well that are like really that were really famous. Roy Chow was did a scene in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
You know,
And I just saw this comment. Karate Kid is great, but I think it's a bit overrated. What do you guys think about Mortal Kombat? Then I think the first Mortal Kombat back in the '90s was awesome. The second one, they
Could have been
definitely
better.
could have been a lot better. But the new movie is I love the Scorpion and Sub-Zero plot. I didn't like that they added a new character that has never been seen before. I don't even remember his name. But
Which see for me, it's like it all depends on which series of Mortal Kombat that we're looking at. The new stuff, I kind of like the new stuff.
that's what I'm saying. Like I like the new stuff, but I just don't like that main character that they tried to bring in. I wish they would have focused on characters that we already knew about, that we knew lore about and stuff. But
You know why they did that? Because they didn't want like a certain character to be the main character / get killed at the end. So if they made this new character special, they could potentially bring him into the video games, but it didn't work
Yeah.
because
Well,
he's not
and I
familiar.
also didn't like that you had to have like a mark, a tattoo to have your special ability. You know, like I don't know. Maybe that's just
well, a
You
lot of
wouldn't
these
like the
films
video
they want
game.
to. Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 1 changes
Yeah.
the whole story, the whole background, everything.
yeah.
It's like
Oh, the
it's-
new video games, yeah, the new Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
reboots.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Because
it's
they
Liu
went
Kang's
back in
God now.
time.
He's
Yeah,
literally
Liu Kang
the god of
is the
fire and
new.
thunder.
Yeah, exactly. That's another part that I don't like. But I was interested when they did the whole thing when Shinnok was brought back and like it looked at the end of the game, it looks like Liu Kang was going to be like a dark like a bad character or whatever. But I wish they would do more stuff with Quan Chi and Shinnok and you know that type of stuff. So Noob Sabat, Smoke,
So,
because there's a whole roster of
like, I
characters.
like the new Mortal Kombat series that they got going on. Don't get me wrong. Like I was saying, I like it. But like when we talk about Mortal Kombat, and everybody's looking at the Mortal Kombat franchise, and I'm like, okay, but now we look at things, and the old Mortal Kombat, what we grew up with in the '90s, the classic with Christopher Lambert playing
Yeah.
Raiden,
Yeah,
it way underrated in comparison.
I agree.
Like,
Yeah.
like I mean, like sure, the new shit series is really good, but I mean, we're talking about whether or not something's rated or underrated,
Yeah.
overrated or underrated. Then I have to go with in this case scenario, people need to pay more attention to the original franchise.
I agree with that, and the Crow too. I think that it's not. See, like I would say it's underrated just because I love it. It's one of my favorite all time movies. But to be like completely unbiased, I would probably say it's rated because I think it does get the love that it deserves. But the new one that came out, I wasn't a fan of, but the original Brandon Lee, it's one of my all time favorite movies, up there with Ghostbusters and What Dreams May Come, which is another one that I think is underrated. What Dreams May Come with Robin Williams and Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh, I thought you were talking
Um,
about a different movie, and I'm like, I don't rent those kind of movies.
no, no. But yeah, it's up there with my favorite movies. It's definitely in my top 3.
I will say The Crow is definitely my favorite movie. And if you ask Shade, I have used the line, "They're already dead, they just don't know it yet," a few times in our extraction shooters.
If you listen, like this is a little sneak peek, but KJ and King know about this. But in the intro, that's like in the lyrics that I wrote for one of my intros, that's literally one of the lines in the song that I wrote for my intro. They're already dead, they just don't know it yet.
Yeah, The Crow is
Also,
in your.
and also, victims aren't we all? I love those lines.
Crow is a great movie, though. I was a big fan of the original Crow movie.
Yeah, it
At
was
the
a good
time,
film.
though, too many people were talking about it. You know, it
I
wasn't
can see that.
till later. Um,
I
the-
even got my
did
grandma
you watch
to
the
watch
Crow
that and
TV
love it.
series though?
Yes. Oh yeah, Mark Dacasios. I
Now,
thought he was a great representation as
the
Eric
TV
Draven.
series was very underrated and
I agree with
followed
that.
more closely to the comic books.
Comic, yeah.
You know, and a lot of people like they kind of like, oh, well, it's not the movie. It sucked. It wasn't, you know. But I think just too many people were all about, oh, well, we want to
Yeah.
have Brandon Lee, and well, I'm sorry, Brandon Lee's not
Yeah,
able to do it.
he's not available at this time,
You
but
know, but the
call
TV
back
series
later.
was great and very underrated.
Yeah,
If you know,
I completely
just
agree.
saying.
Yeah. And that, you know, like I said with Ghostbusters, I honestly think Afterlife is underrated. I thought that was a great research, you know, revitalization of the Ghostbusters, especially after the travesty of the 2017 you know, version
But that's
that y'all were talking
why.
about.
That's why.
The one that everybody wants wishes they had the Mandela effect, thinking this
Yeah,
movie came out that
exactly.
didn't.
Or the if we had the butterfly effect, you know, we could go back and make it not be. But we, as we agreed on, we wouldn't.
So that movie,
We
the
wouldn't have
the girls Ghostbuster movie had potential. You know, if they
It
would have
did.
done it the way it was going to be done, they actually had like a version of of the script that was tossed out by I don't know. I think it was like the new director or new producer or somebody that because they switched up like
Paul Feig or
yeah, they switched
yeah
it up like right after they got everybody cast and everything,
yeah,
and
because the only
uh,
thing he had under his belt at the time was Bridesmaids, so like it was obvious what kind of movie we were gonna
and he
get.
wanted to go after his own concept, and so they had a
Exactly.
different script that would have tied that into the original Ghostbusters
Yeah,
universe.
like if you watch the original trailer, it even mentions the original trailer mentions like 30 years ago a team saved us, you know, and they're like so they were going to um could like use it as a jumping off point for this new series, but then Paul Feig decided no, and they scrapped that
He said, "I'm
trailer.
going to do my own
Yeah,
thing," and
this is going to be my own universe. Yeah.
when they go and start doing that, that's when you destroy a franchise.
lost money.
And you lose the fans that actually cared about the thing in the first place.
And it's also the reason why people are not going to go back to Star Trek with now that they've ruined Star Trek. And this is not a show about ruining things, but how things are now underrated because you've added something
Yeah.
that was either highly overrated or something that was so meh that people don't want to pay attention to the franchise whatsoever. King and I were talking about that the other night. What were we talking about when we were talking about that? That they ruined the franchise so bad.
That Ghostbusters movie ruined the franchise so bad they had to basically reboot the reboot.
Yeah.
Because Paul Feig wanted a chick flick bridesmaid like movie, even though, like you said, Theta, they teased like it was like basically like a Cobra Kai situation. It's in the same universe,
Yeah.
but they said no.
Well, because they had an idea at first to use it as a jumping off point, but then I think Paul Feig, like KJ was saying, he wanted it to be his own thing. He didn't want it to have any connection to the original Ghostbusters.
And look what happened.
Exactly.
It failed, and he's in director's jail.
But it failed for a lot of different reasons too. Like
well, they shitted on the original movie.
Well, but not only that, like making all like having all the original actors come back and play like retarded versions of the
no, they didn't even.
They weren't even the same character. They weren't
even the same characters.
No, I know, but I'm just saying that, you know, when we see Bill Murray or Dan Aykroyd in a Ghostbusters movie, we automatically, even if they're playing a different character, character, we're automatically thinking like, oh,
They
there's
had-
Venkman, there's
they had-
Stans.
They had to give Bill Murray a bigger role just to get him to show up because they screwed
Yeah.
up the role so much. He was,
And then
he
they
actually
killed him.
said that he refused to show up on set when he saw the
Well,
version of the script that they had for him.
He had been
Yeah.
refusing for a long time, and I think honestly he only came back because Harold Ramis passed away. Because they finally made up after Groundhog Day, which is another movie that I think is underrated.
Well, yeah, he was going to. Now that was the thing, right? So he, because they made up, and then he passed away, and then he couldn't. They weren't going to be in the movie, and then so like they already had like signed contracts. I saw the whole interview. Like there was, and Bill Murray is willing to break a contract. He doesn't care.
Oh yeah,
And
he'll walk at the
everybody
and that's,
else-
and that's why Bill Murray, like, dude, he was in. Remember the first Charlie's Angels TV movie?
Oh, yeah.
the TV movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Jamie.
He
And-
basically broke the contract because of that. Like he was
Yeah,
supposed to be in the sequel.
yeah, he's done
And
that.
by the way, I
plenty
liked
of times.
it. Was okay. The Charlie's, they weren't the greatest films, but they were cheesecake films nonetheless. But
Yeah.
I love me some Lucy Liu.
Yeah.
But,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, that's
Lucy
why Bernie
Liu
Mac.
is.
That's why Bernie Mac replaced him. In
Yeah.
the second
Exactly.
film because
his name
he
is
doesn't
Bernie
he doesn't like
Mac.
to do sequels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loxian, are you talking about Frozen Empire or Afterlife? You're saying you're talking about the new Ghostbusters movie. Frozen Empire would be the newest one, and I agree it wasn't on par with what I would have hoped for,
So-
but it wasn't. I think it was just rated. It wasn't overrated. It wasn't underrated. But I think Afterlife, bringing Egon back and having that whole Zool come back and Gozer and that whole thing, and having Ant-Man, what's his name?
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd, yeah, having Paul Rudd come back to be the comedic comic relief of the movie. I thought it was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it.
I actually didn't. I actually thought it was okay. They first of all, I liked the fact that they brought back the four. And had a CGI representation of Egon at
Yeah.
the end. I was okay with Paul Rudd being in it. It was like a good, fun movie, but I felt that they did exactly what I hate, and they were throwing nostalgia at me left and right.
Yeah. I mean-
bringing back Zool, bad idea. It
I
shit.
just-
It was
I
shit.
disagree.
And then
I
they threw
liked it.
Like
I-
I was okay with them bringing throwing the hell dogs at me, but bringing back Zool, I was like, sorry, you're just throwing shit at me just to get me to feel the nostalgia, and I did not like it.
And you know what? And I like it. I like that Theta likes it.
Yeah.
I like that Dan doesn't
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
People can have different views.
Yeah,
absolutely,
exactly.
absolutely.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
The one thing that I didn't like about the movie was Wolfhard, Finn, whatever his name is, the Stranger Things kid. He really didn't have a place in the movie. Like he was just there because he was in Stranger Things, and there was an episode where he dressed up as a Ghostbuster. That's literally the reason why he got that role. But as far as
Oh, yeah.
having a place in the
Both of those
movie,
kids were in Stranger Things. The two of the kids were in Stranger Things.
are you sure? I think I
Yeah.
thought it was just Wolf.
I believe both the kids were in
No,
Stranger
no. I think the other one. I'm pretty sure the girl wasn't. But here, let me.
Oh, well, whatever.
I'm pretty sure she wasn't.
Not important. Whether or not that was important.
Yeah,
So,
but that's
back
that's what I hated about the movie is that he didn't need to be there at all.
So
He just
Lucian
wasted
says
time.
that they were talking about Frozen Empire. Frozen Empire was all right. It was.
Yeah,
It was
rated.
It was meh. All
Yeah.
right. It was. But then again, because of the Girls Ghostbusters series, even if I did get this Ghostbusters this franchise, the current run of the franchise, the Girls Ghostbusters series ruined Ghostbusters for me all around. I am a traditionalist. The original two movies and a handful of video games based off the original cast.
Yeah,
You know what's
yeah,
messed
yeah.
up
I mean,
about that?
technically, the 2009 game is the Ghostbusters 3.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what me and
That
Dan were
was the
talking about
script
the
that
other
Dan
day. That
Aykroyd and
had
Harold Ramis wrote to be
Yeah.
the third movie that Bill Murray kept turning down.
if they
but he
wanted
did
to do an
fix it.
animated movie on it, they could literally just take the voices from the game and make
Yeah.
an animated, like a two-parter animated movies to end the franchise,
Well,
part 3
well, I
and
mean,
4.
the game does it all for you. I mean, if you
Yeah,
just
but
play
you
the
know
game.
how people
Yeah.
don't want to play games. I'm just saying, like, if
Yeah.
you want to just take the audio clips from it, they've done it in Japan where they did it with the Persona anime series, right?
Yeah.
Right, Kaz? They took the clips from part 4 because one of the voice actors died, so they reprised his role using archival audio from the game
they've
itself.
done that so many times, even for like what's that movie? Damn, she was a famous singer also.
Hannah Montana.
No.
Well, I don't know if there's a
Yeah,
Japanese Hannah Montana, but
Hannah Montana.
Queen of the Dam,
anyway.
where her brother was the one.
Oh, you're
that
talking about
she spent most
Aaliyah.
of
You're
her
talking about
life.
Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Aaliyah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they redubbed. They edited her brother's voice to sound feminine. They made him high pitch and more feminine sounding in post to redub her lines because she passed away. Yeah, you're right, Kaz. That did happen.
Yeah.
So I think they could do that. They could use the video game audio to make an animated movie. You don't even have to, because using CGI, it would look weird. And the actors, they're not young anymore. You know, and when I mean young, I'm talking about like they're not 40, 50 years old. They're like 60, 70 years old. And it's Hollywood is very age conscious, you know? They don't like, we don't want old people being leads in films unless they're passing the torch on to the next young cast of characters. They always do that. Batman Beyond.
If you see the new Scary Movie, they make a joke about that. Like
Okay.
they have the young cast, and they're like, "Nah, screw that. We're gonna keep this," and they kill the young cast.
Well, they kind of, you know, they did that with Mission Impossible. You know why the original actors were pissed off? They left the premiere of the Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movie because they killed the original cast because Tom Cruise wanted that. He put that in the script.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds the project before Ryan Reynolds Deadpool was even a thing. He literally did that, and the original cast from the 60s or 70s television show from they walked out pissed. They're like, "What the fuck? You killed our characters in the opening of the movie?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they were pissed.
Yeah. Yeah, he completely just like whatever, you know. First of all, I don't understand how all of a sudden we're taking directors and producers are taking direction from the talent. You're the talent. You're not the, what are you? You're not, you know.
You're a performer. You're not a producer. You're not a director. You don't take, unless you're both. You're like Clint Eastwood. Unless you're a director actor, like in Asia, like they'll have like Sammo Hung, Jackie Chan's
well, I mean, like even in America, a lot of times that if a big name signs on, they'll have a producer credit. Like Ryan Reynolds has producer credits on Deadpool and
that's the only way you could make choices or changes if you're a producer / a director or both as an actor. You can't be an actor and say, I don't want it, my character wouldn't do that. Unless you made money for the studio, you'd be fired and blacklisted or graylisted.
Yeah. Like, are you Stan Lee?
Doing that. No, go ahead. Go for it.
Austin, like, are you Stan Lee? Because I don't think.
Yeah, he was just like confirming your point, like.
Yeah, like, which, by the way, we're going to go to Stan Lee right now because Stan Lee got mad at J.K. Simmons for taking his acting role from him. Even though I'm like, dude, that's not J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, I mean.
The director hired him, and that's what he did. He did his job. You can't be mad at him.
I love Stan Lee, but J.K. Simmons was born to play.
And J.K. Simmons said that in an interview thing.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know why Stan Lee was mad at me. I was only doing my job. He was on set getting upset with me. Oh, you took my job at Excelsior.
Yeah, well,
And that's what happened. He literally got mad at him and was like kind of rude to him. Like, that's not right, dude. He was only doing his job. Sam Raimi hired him for the role, and that's what he was doing.
yeah,
You can't be mad at him for that.
like the thought process is like Sam Raimi, he's directing, he's producing, Stan Lee, while yes, J.K. Simmons was designed after Stan Lee. We get that, but you are the IP holder. You're not the actor.
Yeah, you're not an actor. And the
Right.
movies, and I like Stan Lee, but the movies that I've seen Stan Lee in that's not cameo 1 or 2 minute sound bites, he's literally playing himself. He's not playing Grandpa
Well, like,
Stan.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
like
literally playing himself.
in Mallrats, literally he's playing himself talking to Jason Lee, Jason Lee's character.
And I've seen him in a
about comic
movie.
books.
It was a comic book movie where he was a comic book editor and artist. He was literally playing himself in that movie. I think it was in the 80s or 70s. I don't remember, but he was like, dude, that's why they didn't hire you, because all you do is play the same character. You're not an actor, dude.
That's why whenever they gave him roles, like they were like 5 to 10 second roles where he had one sentence to say.
So yeah, well, that was the whole Marvel Universe thing, right? They wanted to pay homage to him, especially once like all the drama with him leaving Marvel. I mean, pretty much they had him set up. They gave him executive producer credit, even though he technically was at that point in time not a producer. They had him coming back and forth to do like one-off cameo appearances, but unless it was like a documentary or something, he hadn't really done anything other than a line or two here in nearly 30 plus years. Going back, like he did a couple lines in voiceover work for the cartoons. He did one shots in each of the movies up until he died. He was pretty much played Stan Lee in anything where he had a cameo appearance, which included the Clerks universe, where he was in not Clerks but Mallrats.
He was just basically Grandpa Stan,
Right.
It's not an insult to him. It's just, hey, everybody, Excelsior, how about you take the Thing and put him in the Batmobile? That's what he did in The Simpsons. But
Right. And I think a lot of it.
Batmobile.
I think a lot of it was that a lot of people at Marvel felt bad about forcing him out of Marvel Comics, and then he went over to DC, and then like he actually did very good for DC. He fixed DC Comics just like he fixed Marvel.
Yeah, he did that one-shot comic. I remember that. Yeah.
Well, then he Barbed Wire. That was he did.
I'll
Barbed
be right
Wire.
back, guys.
All right, dude.
Yeah. Barbed Wire was a good comic, and even they even on USA Network, I believe they had a Barbed Wire TV show, very highly underrated. Since we're talking underrated, if you haven't had a chance to see that, great movie. I mean, a great TV series. Sorry, great TV series based off of Stan Lee's comic books. But yeah, you have to check that out, Barbed Wire, if you haven't.
I like how I haven't watched most of this, so this entire stream is pretty much me just writing down a bunch of things I need to watch later.
Oh yeah. So Barbed Wire, 1996, based off of the Stan Lee comic books. If you want a kind of like a gunslinging, superhero-esque, almost Batgirly, but without the cowl, you got to check out Barbed Wire. It has Pamela Lee Anderson as Barbed Wire. Very good movie. Ron Balick, Xander Berkeley,
Though I must ask,
Andre Rossi Brown. A lot of good stars in that film.
I must ask, is there much barbed wire?
She actually got a barbed wire tattoo because of her role in this movie. She wanted to be like have a real tattoo, because her character was supposed to. They were gonna like paint on the tattoo every time, and she just like, no, I'm gonna get a real tattoo. So the Pamela Lee Anderson, forever to this day, had a barbed wire tattoo because of it.
That's really up though. Like, let's just save some
Yeah.
time real quick.
Yeah, they even had to cover it up in Baywatch.
I still remember the scene of the guy coming out of the bathroom. Or, did you wash your hands? No. Like, what the?
But yeah, very, very much underrated movie. Nobody even talks about it. You have to go check it out. Barbed Wire, Pamela Lee Anderson. They even had a cartoon series where Pamela Lee Anderson did voiced it over. I believe the cartoon was on like Spike or Turner Network or something. I don't remember which one it was. But check it out. Very fun. You know, it was a horrible movie, overrated. Everybody talked about it. The Barbie movie. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that was a very overrated, horrible movie.
Careful. The people who like it might beat you off after this.
Hey, 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 hey.
Yeah,
Not
that
without
just
asking
brings
first.
Birds of Prey. That was a
Um,
bad movie.
Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
The TV series was better, especially when we're going comic book movies. Birds of Prey. I just it they did there was no need to have a Birds of Prey movie and then have to have Harley Quinn in it. Harley Quinn wasn't part of Birds of Prey. We're talking about the same Birds of Prey, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Harley Quinn
I
wasn't
know
part of
it
Birds.
did so bad. No one wanted to watch it. They changed the name of the movie while it was already out. Just to get people to try to watch it. It's like, nope, still not watching it. Like so many memes of like Goku and Vegeta trying to fight, and like, oh wait, let's go somewhere where there's no one. That way we don't harm others. Birds of Prey.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think that they needed to have an excuse to put Harley Quinn in it. They could have done it right. They wanted to go with the different storyline. I think like they could have done it right. They had a very successful Birds of Prey television series that lasted what 3 seasons. That while it wasn't comic book accurate, they did go in directions that they could have done. I like the stuff that they put out with Harley Quinn. With the exception of Kelly Cacao playing Harley Quinn, even though I find that version of Harley Quinn humorous. My Harley Quinn is a particular other voice actress who's been doing her for many a years. You know who I'm talking about, right? Tara Strong. Tara, Tara Strong is the stereotypical Mr. Child.
Oh, speaking of which, Mr. J or Miss Harley Quinn herself. What are your thoughts on her performance as Harley Quinn? By the way,
Which one? Tara Strong?
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely love Tara Strong as Harley Quinn.
oh, I'm indifferent about that.
In
actually.
comparison to Kelly Cacao?
No, but like, it's just when I hear Tara Strong doing it, I hear Timmy Turner trying to do a Harley Quinn impression. I'm sorry, it's like, yeah, she's better, but how much better? You know what I mean? Obviously, the original voice actress Harleen Silverkin, R.I.P. to her,
Oh, of course.
was great in the role. It was literally tailor made for her because of a role from a soap opera that she was in. But it's look, Tara Strong. I'm not going to say she's terrible, but she could like when she first started, it was not good. Ooh, it just sounded like, oh, Mr. J, I'm like, oh god,
Right.
it's like a
You
nail
know,
on the chalkboard type of thing. I'm like, oh.
And she was doing the voice for the Batman Arkham Knight video game, right?
Yeah, she would do she took over the role after Harleen retired.
yeah,
Then
Arlene Sorkin.
Yeah, when she retired, because Harleen did the Arkham Asylum, and I believe she did Arkham Knight. No, Arkham City. Arkham City. She did Arkham City, and then she got recasted.
I will say, then
Right.
I do kind of hear your analogy of it sounding kind of like Timmy Turner, because I remember one level I struggled to get past, and I do remember her calling out quite often. And
Yeah, like you could tell her voice messes up, like because she wasn't used to doing the voice. Like her voice messes up, so she'll sound like Timmy Turner or Ben 10 midway as she's trying to do Harley Quinn's voice because her voice cracks.
Right. Well,
And I'm like, she needed more time to work on it. That's
yeah.
the problem.
How about Hayden Welch, who was the other voice actress to do Batman the voice animated series as Harley Quinn? Because
You talking about the one from the Harley Quinn in Batman movie?
Batman the animated series.
I'm trying to remember. I thought it was Harleen Sorkin.
She did some of them. When she couldn't appear, they had Hayden Welch.
Okay. I think she was okay. I mean, I don't know. I barely remember her, so it's okay. But what are your thoughts on Kevin Michael Richards' performance as the Joker? Is it overrated, underrated? And maybe we could expand upon this in a later thing on voice actor performances of overrated art, but just because of the spur of the moment, because that's what we do in Cowboys and Kings. We just wing it because screw it, right?
Always there for a good conversation.
Absolutely, we're here in the saloon or we're here in the castle drinking or having a puff, if you will. You know, metaphorically speaking.
So okay, so a lot of people, if you're a Batman fan, a lot of people automatically go to Cesar Romero. I am an Alan Tudyk Joker myself. I like him. I also like Mark Hamill as the Joker.
I did like Mark Hamill. I would say I wouldn't call Mark Hamill overrated or underrated. He's rated in a positive way. You know what I mean? Because he's not underrated because he's acclaimed, right? But he's not overrated as in terrible.
But I know I don't want to I don't want everybody to say, oh, because your head in the jar, you know. But hear me out.
Go for
Under
it.
the Red Hood, John DiMaggio.
Oh, that's tough. I like John DiMaggio and things, but it's difficult for me because I don't dislike him as a voice actor, but I don't know. He's not
Kiss
the
my
worst.
shiny
He's
metal
not the
ass.
worst Joker actor ever. I'm gonna say that.
I was
He's not the worst. He's not the worst, but
the
there
voice
were
of Bender
other-
does a pretty good Joker, though. You got to admit.
he's okay. I don't think he's terrible. There are other voice actors that were the Joker that were terrible. They just weren't good. Like the original cartoon series from the 70s, that voice actor was terrible. He was too goofy.
Oh, you
Yeah, the 70s cartoon, the one where they clearly based it off the Adam West TV show and movie.
yeah.
And they took liberties, and then they did another cartoon where it had the cast from Batman 66, which was ridiculous.
Yeah, they had one that they had it was
the one where Casey Kasem with Robin. That's the one that I'm referring to.
They actually had Cesar Romero do reprise his Joker role in that.
Yeah, and I think during the Scooby-Doo crossovers, I think they might have had Adam West and Burt Ward in one of them.
Yeah, they had them sometimes, not all the time.
Yeah.
Not all the time though. they had Larry Storch go back for the new Scooby-Doo Mysteries. That's who you're thinking of, Larry Storch, who did the Joker for the new Scooby-Doo Mysteries back in the day. Batman the Animated Series had Pierre Hatet or Hatet.
Hatet. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Kaz, what do you think Kevin Michael Richards is overrated or underrated as Joker, or John DiMaggio overrated, underrated? What are your thoughts?
I'm just a fan of Mark Hamill as a Joker.
Everybody
Well,
is.
but that's my thing though. But here's the thing: I like Mark Hamill, but I'm gonna critique or criticize him a little bit. And this is not a knock completely. He clearly took inspiration from Cesar Romero's laughs. He doesn't say that, but if you listen to Caesar's laughs in the TV show, and then you listen to Mark Hamill's laughs, he clearly got inspired by that. Nothing wrong, because all of them do it. Even Kevin Michael Richards did it. Because it's a tribute. It's paying homage.
But the way Hamill does the voice itself, though, the like this Joker.
Hey there,
My
Batsy.
Quinn. Hey Batsy, my Harley Quinn. Why don't you go for a swim? The way he does that is it's more cartoonish, and nobody was doing that until everybody started mimicking him. Like you could go and say like one of the most underrated Joker voices is
All right, I'm back.
Michael Emerson.
Welcome back.
Michael Emerson playing
back.
one of the more underrated voices of Joker, in my opinion.
Somebody that's overrated is Troy Baker. I like Troy Baker, but all he's doing is a Mark Hamill impression.
Yeah.
He sucks. I'm sorry. Like, even Batman, he does a Kevin Conroy. He doesn't know how to do his own voice. That's good. I'm sorry. And this is somebody that liked him in Naruto when he was Yamamoto, and this guy was also when he was in Trinity Blood. Remember when he was Abel? Love that show, but he's not. When it comes to doing voices, he can't come up with his own voice to save his life.
No, it's
When
true.
it comes to when it's anime characters, yeah, he could do that. But when it's
Kind
like
of the
Batman,
same thing with Matthew Mercer.
Yeah, I like Matthew because all Matthew Mercer is like, "Hey guys, it's me. I can do this."
He has
cool
like
voice
3 voices
when
that he does.
Yeah, he does the when he's Jotaro, he's like, "Yeah, oh good grief." Like he does that voice. That's all he like. Whenever he does his badass voice, it's always the Jotaro voice.
Yeah.
Is that? Do you agree with that, Kaz, or no? With Matthew Mercer when it comes to, because I like Matthew Mercer, but he's okay.
Can't really talk much about him. Don't really pay much attention to his work.
I used to watch Critical Role a lot, and
Critical Role.
Yeah, it was like a
It's a role playing game.
Yeah, it's a role playing game they used to do, or they still do it. But
with Laura Bailey and Travis Willingham, and
I remember watching from the first season when they started, and he did have a lot of voices that he did back then, but every time I've seen him, or every time I've heard him rather in anything, it's always the same kind, 2 or 3 voices.
Look, not to defend Matthew Mercer, but it's possible due to the fact that he does this too much for a living. He doesn't want to damage or strain his voice too much.
Well, and I think he's also typecast for those type of roles as well. So, like as the evil villain type voice, he has that. Like, y'all remember have y'all heard of the game Dispatch, where there's like a bunch of YouTubers and stuff like that that's voiced, the characters. Like they got Markiplier to do one. They got Moist Critical, Penguin.
I remember that.
Hero.
My problem with Matthew Mercer is that he's supposed the character that he plays in that game, right? He sounds too young to be the villain.
Yeah,
he sounds like he's a 30-year-old man trying to.
Because he is.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like that's my criticism. Yeah, it's like the voice was good, but it doesn't fit the character.
Yeah, I agree.
It just doesn't. He sounds too young. He sounds 20 years too young to be playing that character with his voice.
Okay, I haven't since we are at that time where we're talking about cartoons, and the pretty much we are at our 2.5 hour marker. We can keep going if y'all want to. Otherwise, we are at our honorable mentions. But I have a
Yeah, let's
question
do
for you
it.
guys. Um, a comparison, and which is overrated and underrated, or even if you might not know. But these two features feature a young protagonist who find a mysterious alien-like device that allows them to transform into powerful champions through their mechanics and execution, offering significantly different creatures or beings each
Huh? I
time.
wonder who's
I
that
w-
direct
I
that's
wonder.
It's a
directed
perfect
towards.
10 if you agree with me. I tell you what.
It's a
Sounds like a
perfect 10.
it's like an
Yeah.
omni-transforming device.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, who could that
could-
be, right?
it
It's like
could
a
either-
matrix or omni of
Yeah,
something.
like an omnitrix.
Omnimatrix, yes. So we have A, Ben 10, and or B, Dial H for Hero, which is actually the exact DC comics that inspired Ben 10.
I thought
And-
you were going more for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers or Voltron.
well, those are very highly rated. I wouldn't say overrated, but on both case scenarios, I don't think anybody would go underrated on those, except for like a couple of the later seasons. But regarding Ben 10 and the series that several series that they had there, since we were talking about what Tara Strong was on Ben 10. And then you have Dial H for Hero, which was the original storyline that they used to create Ben 10 with.
Yeah.
Have you are you familiar with either one? And
I watch Ben 10, but I'm wondering why Jamie's. I mean, I do love Chewbacca, but so why are you pointing that out? Just because because I'm so hairy? Anyway, go ahead. Sorry. Kings.
So because Theta loves Chewbacca. Everybody loves Chewbacca. If you don't love Chewbacca, we don't know who you are. So Dial 10 for Hero, being the precursor to Ben 10 Alien Force, would be I consider it very underrated. If you haven't read the comics, definitely go pick them up and look into that series, and then go back and rewatch Ben 10. And Ben 10 also under the same company, Warner Brothers. You end up getting Ben 10. Now they have like what 6 spin-offs on that show.
I only
if
watched
you count
the first
live
2
action
seasons.
movies, if you count
Did
the
they have a live action
movies,
Ben 10?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the live action movies.
Yeah.
The live action
Yeah.
movies. Those count. The Alien Force one, so it's a separate franchise too, because it's Alien Force when they're teenagers.
I didn't know they had multiple, but I knew they had at least one.
Yeah, they had like at least 3 or 4 that I could remember. that
Oh,
were
wow.
Live action, yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely rated for sure.
Yeah, rated. I
yeah,
will say though that like I prefer the original series. If we're gonna go by the original Ben 10 series, I think it's underrated in the sense that, like the way that they retcon it later in Alien Force. I think Alien Force is a little overrated, to be honest with you, because they changed too much of the storyline, and not only that, but they changed Ben's character too much in the series. They flanderized him too much. He started serious, then they made him a goofball like he was a 10-year-old in a 15-year-old's body. It was weird.
I think they were trying to
didn't
do
like it.
something that worked the first time around, trying to milk off the original feel.
Keep the same attitude.
You know, and when you age up characters and you try to give them a older feel, because you're trying to follow the age bracket of the people who were watching you 3 seasons ago, and then to this new series, you want to stay in that age bracket. So that's how that Hollywood probably thinks, and
Yeah.
rather than just going, hey, you know what, we're just going to keep going the same route and just reboot. You know,
I just didn't like that they basically, because they had future episodes like Ben 10,000, they literally said, no, we're going to throw that out the window and make Kevin a good guy because we want to make him a good guy.
I
For
forgot
the
his
sake
name.
of-
It's
Kevin 11.
Yeah.
That was his name. In the future
Yeah.
episodes, he never changed. They confirmed it. Like, and then Alien Force, they pretend that never happened, and then they said the 10,000 universe was a possible future when it wasn't. That was their future.
yeah.
I don't like when they just retcon it because the writers want certain characters to be used.
There is we are in an age where they retcon things a little too much. But here's not a bad retcon right here. Bo the PFP guy says, I used to have the Joker's my voicemail message. Leave a message at the tone and we will get the bats.
You want to know how I got this beep, Batman?
No. Sorry. So yeah, Ben 10 though, they did retcon quite a bit. We were talking about it the other night when I was live, and I decided to mute my mic for a while when I was playing Minecraft, and me and King were sitting there bitching about Ben 10 for what, about a half an hour. Yeah, probably for about a half an hour. But and so now everybody knows why I was muted while playing Minecraft the other night. Anyhow, so I think what we've pretty much we came to the end of my list. My list was a pretty short list, and we had a lot of good shout outs. Real quick, if anybody in chat has anything that they want to shout out about a good underrated or overrated movie, let us know, and we'll definitely get it shouted out for you. I want to take a moment real quick and acknowledge our friend Bo, who's in chat, who helped with today's thumbnail. Bo, the PFP guy, he made this image of me, and he also
Nice.
made this image that is displayed prominently in today's thumbnail. Thank you, Bo.
Sick.
You are one of our featured artists, and
It's bow time.
it's Bo time. And also another featured artist who is sitting here on the panel with us today, Theta of Nerd Archaeology. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to let everybody go through and advertise their channels, let everybody know how to find everybody. We're going to start with our man Kaz. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing
How do we
good.
find you? How do
I'm
we
a little
find you?
hungry though, so I might eat someone.
I am too. Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
look at
I'm
me
still
like
waiting.
that and say you're hungry. I just put you on big screen and you're staring
Yeah,
right at me
yeah,
with that.
I
those
see
eyes.
those things.
Yeah.
Blah. Hi, everybody. My name is Kazuma I mainly just play random video games here on YouTube and upload them as series. Right now, I'm currently working on my second gameplay with Saka-chan, but on a channel we just call it Miss Evil. We're playing Resident Evil 2.
The remake or the original?
We're playing the remake, and
Oh, I
damn
love it.
legs. Everything in the game I chase after, but the legs scare the crap out of me. I haven't uploaded any of them yet because we're waiting for our editor to be done with the whole entire series, and then we're gonna upload weekly.
Awesome. Maybe I should do that with, because I'm in the middle of playing Silent Hill 2. Maybe I should do something like that.
Yeah, we just
Legs always scare me. Just saying. I go out to a club and I see nice legs. I'm scared.
yeah, we just finished Silent Hill F, and during it we were talking about Silent Hill 2, so we saw the price drop. We're like, oh yeah, we're playing that now.
Yeah.
But
Well-
if you go onto my channel right now, I'm currently playing Cyberpunk 2077 with it started with over 300 mods and now it's actually 400 mods. So it's kind of chaotic where I'm
You're
just
adding mods, or
Yeah.
is it?
yeah, I keep adding mods to it. It'll be chaotic to the point where I'll be standing still thinking of where to go, and next thing you know, there's a whole riot that breaks out and cars flying because they're crashing too fast to each other.
That's awesome.
I have a problem with mods right now. I'm playing Minecraft in hardcore mode, and I keep on adding mods to my hardcore mode game, and so I have not been able to survive past day 28, all because of my addiction to adding more mods.
Minecraft is one of those games where I want to stay away from because I have played it, and it's like I'll be focused on doing one thing and then realize, oh my god, that's the sun. I gotta go to sleep.
Yeah, I've been there before.
What do you mean the opposite? There goes the sun?
No, there comes up the sun.
Oh yeah, that's because you're a vampire. That's right.
I'm nocturnal. I become bacon in the middle of the sun.
You don't have to worry about half the things that want to kill me at night.
Hey, if we get some coffee and some sunlight, we can get the dreaded dinosaur.
We can
Kazuma.
absolutely, because we're working on getting him back on. Going to try to get him on Friday's show. But if you want to have some coffee, there's one way that you can get your coffee, and that's in a Cowboys and Kings coffee mug, the certified coffee mug for the people who are watching Cowboys and Kings. Go to our merch shop by clicking on that link, doing a little screenshot, and I just found out asking your little right-click button to do its Google search or whatever. Your smart AI device is built into your computer to click on that little QR code, and then you can get yourself one of the Cowboys and Kings official coffee mugs. More Cowboys and Kings merch to come soon.
Awesome.
You said coffee. I had to do it.
I know. It's perfect. It's perfect timing.
All right. Stop looking so sad and give
I
us
know.
your,
You're making me like want to cry.
Yeah, it looks
I
like
dropped
we're
my
about to end it
cracker.
all.
I dropped my cracker of Cocoa Puffs on it, and all the Cocoa Puffs are on the floor now.
Oh no, you look so incredibly sad. I feel awful for you.
Because I'm hungry.
Okay.
You might have
Yeah.
noticed, but I've been snacking this whole time. I went for bread earlier, and I couldn't find bread at all. So instead, I just poured myself some dry Cocoa Puffs and got some crackers, and I've been
Yeah.
making little sandwiches.
I've been there.
Hey,
It's great. It's great to meet you. I forgot to introduce myself, but I'm Theta, and nice.
we'll send him a few invites to your shows on Saturdays. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure he wouldn't mind joining. We've known each other for roughly now. This is gonna probably about 2 or 3 years since I started streaming. So
I'm
Awesome.
pretty sure
What?
third year now.
yeah. Well, this month starts my 3rd year streaming. So that's why I'm doing the subathon or attempting to subathon. Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting like hella flashbacks whenever you invited me earlier today. Like 2 hours ago, I got the message, and I was like, "Whoa, wait, no, 3 hours ago, I got the message." I was like, "Wait, I remember this. It's like just the
Well, you
Spider-Man
were-
pointing name.
You were one of my first collaborators, so I had to, have to bring you in during the subathon sometime.
Oh, I just realized this is probably for
Can you pronounce your name for me?
For that, I'll go ahead and give you my full shtick because
Okay.
it's going to be a mouthful, and you
All
won't
right.
understand a bit of it.
And that's why we have you on big screen.
Exactly.
Hal, vono tu efir fagrandag, ekem turus kolter manarfel, tu blor kolter ligening gap. And in English, that is, hi, hope you're having a lovely day. I am Thirst Culture, your favorite cursed cat of the abyss.
Awesome. I am a feline fanatic, so you're right up my alley. So
That's
Yeah.
all I
Great
ever
news.
seem to acquire is either vamps or
cats.
felines. Former co-host.
hey, well, you can't go wrong with cats. With
a couple former co-hosts and here and over and my current this gentleman right here, another cat. It's either
And
vamps or cats.
And one of my Zords transforms into a lion. So that's a cat right there.
So where does everybody find you at?
Huh? Usually the dumpster.
No.
The Dutch Bros. Hey, they throw away the stuff when it's actually still pretty good. Because they got to serve it fresh the next day, so they got to make a new batch in the morning. It's like
True.
perfect.
Free food.
Yeah, I made a deal with the local raccoons to be like, hey, you get half, I get half.
Yeah.
cats and raccoons hanging
Yep.
out together. Weird.
Sounds like my backyard.
And sometimes I get a venti. But oh wait, you mean online, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. Like
Oh.
where are you online?
We can always like also do the where can everybody find you if they want to stalk you on but
Yeah,
you know what you're
exactly.
doing on a Saturday is a completely different story.
Well, in that case, I'm mostly over on Twitch, but I've also been starting to go into Rumble a bit. But in September, I do intend to be.
Oh.
You know, you talk a lot of shit for somebody who has me as your real guard, you know. I am your rear guard in our extraction shooter, and you're really talking all this mess. You forget I'm a sniper, but I also have an SMG, buddy. Bad. My base damage is like 120, dude. Chill. You have 100 health.
That popped up,
next
and the way your VTuber looked right at that, just right at the right point in time.
Yeah. I saw it pop and I was like, finish? Well, you kind of made me forget. What was I saying? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're on Twitch and Rumble, and what's your channel name?
Oh, I am Thirst Cutter, and this is the Disney Channel. Wait, no, it's not.
No.
No, this is Nickelodeon, and we have a special film for you later with feet.
No,
it's Fox Network, and it's now owned by Walt Disney Incorporated.
Whoa.
Still same thing. Feed pics at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
How much am I getting paid? Because I could.
We'll introduce you to Tom Holland's OnlyFans page.
All right, bet.
Awesome.
I do have a friend that has an OnlyFans of just feed pic from anime characters of games. It's just weird.
Did they actually make anything from it?
They do. That's the
Oh
weird
God,
thing.
that's so funny. That's
So
hilarious.
you're on
Maybe I need to
YouTube.
start
You're gonna look at
something
his
like
eyes. He's
that.
just like shocked now. We just
I know.
It's something new for him to search.
you're on YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble.
Yeah. And this September, I intend to be live every single day, except for September 15th for somebody's birthday. My boyfriend in chat.
Awesome.
Well, fine.
Happy birthday to him.
You
My
know,
birthday is
boyfriend
next
in chat.
Monday.
I feel cheated on now. No, whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Okay.
Sorry, I had to upgrade to the newer model.
And okay, for our next one, our next goodbye. I want everybody to recognize this gentleman right here.
Hey everybody, how are you doing? This is Data of Nerd Archaeology, and I also have another channel on YouTube, just Nerd Archaeology. So if you want to go over there and help me build up my subscriber count on that channel as well, that's where I'll be doing all my video essays where I have thoughts on ambiguous endings in TV, sci-fi movies, all that's fantasy, superhero stuff. So if you want to go check that out, so you can go to my Nerd Archaeology channel, and then Theta of Nerd Archaeology is where I do all my live streams and my shorts. So I'm going to be doing a lot of streaming, and I've been trying to do a lot more streaming, especially now. But Saturdays, Wednesdays are usually my big days, and then Sundays we do a watch party. And yeah, other than that, I hope that you keep it real and preserve the lore, because the dig never ends, everybody. And keep physical media forever, everybody. Go to my merch shop, and I also have a mug and a whole line on Teespring. So thank you for having me on the show.
Right on. So real quick, we're gonna go through our little bumper stuff here. While King is stepped away for a moment, just want to remind everybody you can support the channel by going to W Energy Drink. If you want to get something that's got pure caffeine, that has none of the added stuff like Monster Energy Drink or Red Bull has. It'll ultimately leave you in a little bit of a slog at the end of the day. Get yourself some W energy drink. My favorite flavor is Dub Sludge. It kind of reminds me of kind of like the Slurm of the future. You will get your energy with one scoop per drink. And we showed you earlier the coffee cup that you can get, the Cowboys and Kings coffee cup, where you can actually drink your Dub Sludge from. Get it now while supplies last. If you want to support the channel, you can also support the channel by helping us crowdsource some of the things that we need to get. A new microphone for KingStyle, because the microphone he's using right now is on a little bit of a borrowed time. Or you can also help us get other tech that we need to get for our studio. That'd be great. If you want to just help us financially and you don't want to send any be part of crowdsourcing, you can actually, for the price of a coffee, you can donate to the channel, so that way we don't have a little bit of a horrible thing that we call a watermark on our channel. Or you can go to Twitter if you prefer to use Twitter Cash, x.com with X money. You can scan this QR code and you'll be able to donate to the channel however much you want. Any little bit helps. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, these shows are done purely because we enjoy ourselves. We're not monetized here. We're not trying to make money, but if you do want to support the channel, want to keep a watermark off the channel, feel free to donate. If you can't afford to donate, just hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow everybody here. Make sure that everybody on our panel gets followed. Make sure that everybody gets the love that they need. Once again, just want to remind everybody that tonight's thumbnail was made possible by our friend Bo, the PFP guy, who made the wonderful movie poster we're using on our thumbnail today. Thank you very much, Bo, for supplying that. We couldn't have done it without you. Also, just want to remind everybody that we are here every Friday. Plus, we do other nights right now because we are in the subathon. We're trying to get as many people to sub as possible. If you can find me over on the YouTubes at KJCowboyDan. I am looking to hopefully beat try to rise above 200 followers if possible. Don't forget, we're also trying to get KingStyle over 50, so that way he can be streaming on his own, and we can finally get the InStyle with KingStyle. The show that we've been waiting for years. Make sure you give KingStyle a follow as well. If you haven't already done so, it would be great. He is looking to build up, like I said, to 50. If you want to join us on the internet, where I sit there and make a fool out of myself, sometimes act like a total and complete troll, go over to Twitter X, and you can find me over at X and watch me make a fool out of myself on a regular basis, talking to people who probably don't really care. And most likely, I'm going to cancel myself there, where here I'm doing my best to survive and behave myself. King, are you back yet? I guess he's still stepped away, but we already did the shills. He said he was going to step away because his puppy needed some attention. So we're going to call it a night. Here's our theme song.
All right, I'm back.
Oh,
Sorry.
you're back. You're back.
You just got back, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So give him the spiel.
Well,
What are we doing on Friday?
we are going to do adaptions of anime in live action. What are the good ones and what are the bad ones? That's what we're gonna do.
And do we have any
Or-
guests set aside for that? Who
Yes,
are we
we do.
expecting to see?
We have MMA Crease and we have Vagabond. So yeah, we're gonna do it Friday, and if you guys want to join Friday, you're happy to join if you'd like to. Talking about you, Kaz, and Theta and Thirst. If you want to join, just holler
Sounds
if you
good.
hear
Well,
me.
make sure
to
we
quote
send
Scott
everybody a
Steiner,
list.
holler if you hear me, right?
I think that's what I'm gonna.
You mean
name
Big
myself.
Papa Pump?
Yeah, holler if you hear me.
I think
So
when I go to Tom Holland's OnlyFans, I'm gonna call my username Thirst Culture.
There you go. You know, we ought to get
Anyway.
you like a meme that has a picture of your character and a water bottle and a mouse trap, and you can call it Thirst Trap.
Also,
Yeah, so we're gonna do that, and we're gonna compare and contrast what some of the anime live adaptations did that was good and things that were not. So, yeah. Have
It's going to be a
fun.
great show. So if you guys want to join us on Friday, we probably even might do a show in between then, because this is episode number 8. So we want to do Friday as episode number 10 if possible, so we can
Yeah,
hit
lucky
that
10.
lucky 10 on Friday. So we're definitely going to do one more episode this week. If you guys want to join us for that or any of the other episodes, every episode this month that we do will be impromptu, with the exception of our Friday episodes. So you might see out there a random episode of Cowboys and Kings, because we are in mid subathon.
Yeah, we're also in the wild, wild west, right? And fighting in the villages. We gotta keep moving, because that's what we always do. We won't stop, and we can't stop no matter what.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Nothing's gonna keep us down. We're gonna keep going.
Absolutely.
See, we definitely got to get you
in our
a
hands. We keep fighting.
definitely got to get you a thirst trap. See, it was a friggin' good one. All right.
oh, before
All
you
right,
end,
let's
could
get
I
outta
see
here.
the?
Oh no,
Well,
go
we
ahead.
end-
Finish what you gotta say, man.
Could I see that XPay QR code again? Because it kind of reminds me of something whenever I look at it.
The X page.
Oh, the which one?
Yeah, the one you were saying, was it XPay where they?
Oh,
pay through Twitter?
XPay. Yes. So if anybody wants to donate to the channel, we do accept XPay, which is pretty much the Ko-Fi for Twitter. And we just started using XPay. It's pretty incredible. Elon Musk has been pushing it, and I like it. It has a 6% return if you play the game right, and where most of these don't have an interest rate. So you actually can gain interest with the XPay. If you haven't already got your invite, I believe that right now it's at invite only for a lot of the blue check markers, but definitely get signed up with this. This is a great way for content creators to get themselves a little bit of donation.
And is it just me, or does it kind of look like Wall-E when you squint your eyes looking at it? Like all the dots kind of lined up looking like Wall-E. In a sense.
Oh, I see it
A
right
little
there.
bit,
Yeah.
a little
Yeah. Okay. I see it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I see it.
I gotta go, but I'll talk to y'all soon. Love y'all.
All right.
God
Be
bless.
safe. And
Bye.
on that note, we're going to put up our theme song and head on out ourselves. Feel free to
Happy
stick around
trails,
after the show
boys.
if you want.
Happy trails. Yeah, if you
Be
wanna-
safe.
Step right up. Lights on, mics hot. Where outlaws talk loud and kings don't whisper. Welcome to Cowboys and Kings. Yeah. Cowboys and Kings. Yeah. Boots on the floor. Yeah, we're kicking it live. Crown in the room, you can feel that vibe. From the panels to the pixels, every story gets told. If it's hot in the culture, then we breaking the mold. From the cinema to the comic books, we put the games on blast. The beats will get wild, yeah, they never go past. We call it how it is, no in between. Turn it up, let the speakers swing. Got the crew pulling up, let them all step in. Every guest got a voice, the comments in chat will fly. Step up and be a king. When the mics go live, hear the Cowboys sing. Cowboys and Kings. Yeah, we run this show from the page to the stage to the screens, you know. Hot takes it with a rebel swing. It's a Cowboys grit and a King's gold ring. Cowboys and Kings. Let the whole world hear show. Cowboys and Kings. Yeah, KingStyle, clean with the sharp cut look. The feline of finesse. The Jaguar dripping luxury, bow tie tight like a best-selling book. Calm in the storm, buddy, bring that fire. Every word hits clean. You know we gonna take it higher, gather y'all to the King's Court, yeah, with stories untold. Grab your armor, grip your sword, represent the kingdom with pride. Cowboy Dan got that outlaw tone, rough edge truth and a voice well known. He's a head trapped in the jar, jokes and memes will set you free. Bruh, that perspective hit differently. The saloon serves him hard, the door swings wide. Outlaw scream, a six-gun dreamer. Saddle up, let's ride. Laughs get loud and the takes get bold. Hard truths get dropped, some myths get sold. Spin that topic, let opinions clash. Some burn slow, some strike like a match. No script needed when the sparks ignite. Just real talk living in the spotlight. Cowboys and Kings. Yeah, we run this show from the page to the stage to the screens, you know. Hot takes hit with a rebel swing. It's a cowboy's grit and a king's gold ring. Cowboys and Kings. Let the whole world hear. We break it all down, keeping it loud and clear. Bring more than talk when y'all step in the ring. When you come to the battle royale, you better bring your thing. Welcome to the show. Cowboys and Kings. Lights get low, but the combo stays bright. Every fandom got a reason to fight. Heroes, villains, lines get thin. Sometimes the truth is where the gray walks in. Yeah. Panel to panel, yeah, we flip that page. From retro classics to the modern age. Reboots, remakes, who got it right? Who dropped the ball in that box? Office fight, bruh. We call it straight, no filter here. From low budget gems to the blockbuster tier. One got the crown, one breaking the rules. Both dropping gems while we schooling fools. From comics to streams, yeah, we cover the field. Every hot take sharp like a blade unsealed. I guess step up to the mic, that bring heat, that bring flames. They tell you a story when they step in the frame. Cowboys and Kings. Yeah, we run this show from the page to the stage to the screens, you know. Hot takes hit with a rebel swing. Under a cowboy's hat and a king's jewel crown, we gonna run this town. Cowboys and Kings. Yeah, we run this show from the page to the stage to the screens, you know. Hot takes hit with a rebel swing. It's a cowboy's grit and a king's gold ring. Cowboys and Kings. Pull up a seat, join the conversation. Next round's on us.